I'm trying. It just takes a lot of pre-thought. That's all. I miss the garage, man. I do miss that part. I miss that thing, man. I miss having my workshop and garage and go in and create and, if you just had a happy situation inside, that would have been a lot better. That's all. You know what I mean? Just fucked it up. All the inside part of it. But other than that, it was a good workshop. Could do my work, mate, make my masks, listen to my music or listen to my comedies. I can't put the music on, boys, because they'll copyright me. They'll take the whole stream down. And I can't have the television going because they'll copyright the television. Can't have the video player, the same thing. They just copyright my stream. Like, they really come down hard on me. I've got to get the length in my mind. That's the trick with this. How long, okay? You know what I mean? That's the kind of like the trick of it. And then you get the mind distance for it, and then I'm able to fucking chop the whole thing and lay it all on. I've just got to get it in the mind right what I want, and then plan for it. Because the WGs, you've got to fill out the hair, right, the inside of it, but you've got to leave something on the outside so it's not looking completely uniform. It's got pieces hanging off it, yeah? So I've got a plan to fill it out, and then I've got a plan to do the decorating, so to speak, on what you see on the outside of the mask, which is important with WG. This particular mask. And they want it long hair. They want him long haired. So we've got 3 of them ready painted, and I just want to start the work, because it takes hours, literally hours. I'll lay this hair down and then I'll go for a walk, and hopefully I come back and it's set enough for me to move the mask around and do the other side of the mask, and then to flip the mask and do the back. It takes a little while, boys. It's not a matter of just putting it on there. I've got to make sure I do the job proper. So we get a nice little, try and level it up a little bit, and then we get some latex in there, boys. So we want a bit of an edge to it, and we want a good dabble on both sides. This hair, synthetic hair, soaks up the latex, soaks it up. So you've got to make sure you and get all the hairs covered. Otherwise, you're just going to have, when you lift the mask up, your hair's just going to fall out, mate, half your hair. Any of these dangle bits, yeah, you got to cut them off. Okay, you see how we're still missing on the edge? See that? And you don't want to put too much on, mate. Just enough. Just enough to do the job, buddy. And then placement. Oh, it's these fucking heads, mate. They're on an angle. That's no good, buddy. We're going to have to change the heads. These things. We're going to have to change them, mate. We can't work with those heads. So we'll change to foam. Yeah, and they sit down more level. The head sits more level. Yeah, look at that, perfect. Okay. I tried with the bigger head. No good. Yeah, much better. Too much of an angle, buddy. There we go. Mr. Potato Head. Okay, that's it. Just let it place, man. Let it cure. Now you've got a cut point in the hair, so you know exactly where to cut. Okay. And hopefully we get a nice spiky bits, mate. This was all guesswork when I was in the garage. I didn't know anything about doing anything, okay? This was all just guesswork. Gotcha. Tap it into position, mate. Ba-bing. Gotta try, boys. Gotta try. It's been a slow week. Not much work going on. And when I get there, it's only a couple of hours or whatever. It's not like, you know, a full-time thing or whatever. Alright, beautiful, mate, beautiful. You're going to have to wait for this stuff to cure up a little bit before you can move it. That's the whole idea here. Let it rubberize. Sorry it's quiet, but they will copyright my stream. And all my stuff is on yellow at the moment. All my streams are on yellow. Not good, boys. Not good at all. So we're going to have to be cool. Are you noticing how these live streamers are all downfalling dudes? Like they're all going to jail, man, or they've all got serious charges. Have you noticed? Like they're going freaking psycho out there, mate. You know, going psycho. Even when they go to prison and they get released from prison, bro. Like they're in another country. They freaking went to jail and they come straight back over. Like that Vitali guy, he caught a plane from Malaysia or whatever it was over to Russia, and then he caught the plane from Russia to America, back to America again. And the guy's like straight in trouble, like straight away, within freaking, I don't know, a really small amount of time, a couple of weeks or whatever. And now he's facing freaking felony charges, mate. Felony charges, boys. Can you imagine that? Like doing all that over there, getting into so much trouble, and then you come over here and you're so desperate for views. You're so desperate to get those clicks, you know, get those clicks, mate. And you put yourself into more danger. I can honestly tell you from someone that's like been through the ringer, the charges aren't worth it. They're not worth your views. They're not worth your attention. They're not worth your getting into trouble. Getting charged, man. They're just fucking not worth it. I'm sorry for swearing, but they're just not worth it. They really, really aren't. Bringing hassle to other people's lives and causing them problems and, interfering in businesses and all kinds of stuff. You can get into, serious trouble, in a Western country, but it adds up. It sits in a computer, bro, and they just look. Next time you get yourself in trouble, they just look that shit up, and it's on the computer. And bang, you get yourself into more and more trouble in a Western world doing shit. You don't get yourself into less, right? It adds up. They add that shit up. 1 minute, man. 1 minute. I got to pull half the hair down and leave half the hair up, buddy. So 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. Right, we need to let that cure for a minute. Get rid of your drigs and drags. Well, no way. Thank you very much, Modern Gnostic. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. You got to get rid of these drags. You see these drags here? Once you start pulling them, whatever, if you've got these little diggy bits on your thing, it'll lift the entire hairline up. All it takes is one hair to get caught up in that, and your whole hairline will get lifted up when you lift this up. Your whole hairline will will completely lift off the project. So basically, leave it alone. I know it's the hardest thing in the world. I know you see shit you want to play with, you can get rid of the excess latex, okay? But you've basically got to leave it alone. And then you've got to deal with the latex, which is a real bitch, okay? It's a real bitch, bro. Otherwise, you end up with all latex all over your floor. At least in the garage, I'm putting it into the bin. You see, I've got to directly put it into the bin, bro. Otherwise, I get latex all over my apartment. Because we don't have a bloody workshop anymore. We're just doing things in the apartment. All right, just let it cure. You see what I mean? All right, it's wet, so don't touch it. Just let it cure. Curing means this goes solid because this is latex rubber. So just give it 10 or 15 minutes. I don't know about this kind of weather. It's not fucking good for it. So move on to the next one. You move on to the next project. I hope you're happy, healthy, and well today, viewer. I hope you're with somebody that loves you, and I hope that you love them, and you are happy, and you have children, and you are a parent, and you are, you're happy. Okay. I don't wish you ill. But anyway, getting back to, see, make it clean again. Get rid of, especially those things on the end of your brush. Okay, you see that? That's bad. All it takes is that little bit of latex, and it'll lift up the whole entire hairline. You'll do it really innocently. You'll touch the hairline, punching it down, and then you go to lift it up, and just one fucking strand, and the whole thing lifts up, dude. You got to redo it all again. Oh shit! It's not a problem if you know what you're doing. To do it again because it's hardened. The latex is at least hardened, so you can put it back into place pretty easily. It's not a big stress. But the garage was more fun to do this kind of thing in. It was just more fun. You could have your music going. You didn't really care about. I think it was Facebook back then. Yeah, I think I did Facebook Lives. I didn't go on YouTube. I can't find any of those lives, guys. I'm sorry. I've looked and nothing comes up in memories. I don't know if they've been erased, or. But anyway, they're not in Facebook memories. So I can't, because I don't mind those old garage days, mate. When we first started, they were good days. We had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun, and I wasn't really doing anything because it was COVID. I was completely locked down. Not allowed to go anywhere, not allowed to leave the property. We were under lockdown, mate, remember? COVID. Um, and that sucked. That sucked, mate. It really did. We were so worried about the baby catching it. You know, I stayed voluntarily then out in the in the spare room because I just thought it was more safer for the baby. So it was lucky I got moved into there, eh? Fuck that. It's fucking. Oh god, man. Fuck. The COVID days, man. The COVID days. You remember those days? Not allowed to go anywhere. Not allowed to do anything. Got to stay at home. Only allowed 15 minutes or some shit. And then we bought that electric car or that car, and didn't realise that it's from a drunk. You know, every time you drive the thing, it's coming up on the police scanner. You know, far out, dude. You can't drive it anywhere. Like as soon as you drive it, the cops are fucking onto you, bro. Because it comes up as you know, with their radar thing, it comes up as a drunk car or an alcoholic's car, whatever you call that. You know, your car's going to get highlighted. So everywhere we went, we got pulled up. Everywhere, anywhere we went, we got pulled up. Even down the local supermarket, you get in the car. It's a 10-minute drive down the fucking road. Bang, mate, coppers got me. Like straight away. I was okay, given my license, and I wasn't the guy. You know, it was like a different driver. They were looking for the guy on the drunk driver because the car come up in his name. You know, before, but now it's in my name. Still got pulled up, bro. I still got pulled up. So you got to measure the thing, man. So you know, I don't even know if I'm going to have enough hair to finish the job, mate. I think I'll be alright. I think I'll be okay. But you don't get a lot of hair, eh? You know, we'll be lucky to clear these 2 masks, man, in this one wig, which sucks, mate. The wig cost me $21. $21 for this wig, man. I couldn't believe it. That is very expensive. Come on. The entire Badlands, Predator Badlands, is on YouTube. It's like freaking 40 hours long. The entire series. The entire series is on YouTube. Just look it up. Predator Badlands. Um, it's on there, man. I was watching it before I came online. I was gonna sit there watching that while I did this, which I wanted. You know, sounded pretty good to me. Sounded pretty good to me. You know what I mean? And I thought, nah, fuck it. I'll just come on here. Come on here. lorddobbyking@gmail.com is my PayPal. So it's direct to me. lorddobbyking at Gmail is my PayPal. It's that way. It's direct to me. This my super chat is once a month on the 24th. If you get it over $100. If you get it over $100. If you don't, it carries on to the next month. No complaints, but hey. All right, we've got our second mask on the way. In fact, I think we should just worry about doing one mask. I really do. I don't think we have enough hair to cover 2 masks with this one wig. Which means I'm going to have to spend $21 fucking dollars every time I want to do one of these masks just in hair. Just in hair. Oh my godfather. That is a nightmare, bro. If that is the truth, that is going to be a nightmare. I don't think the wigs cost me that much when I was in like years ago. Because I got them by the box, and my ex was really good at finding product. Like if you wanted to find something in China, a product, man, she's fucking an expert at it, mate. An expert. I don't think they were costing me anywhere near that before. Okay, but this is off eBay. It's the only place that I can find wigs. It's the only place, really, dude. I can't read the Weibo thing. I don't. I think we got enough to cover one fucking one mask. We've got halfway. That's what we need. We need the thickness on the outside. It's a WG, brother. So this has got to be done a particular way. So we need this thickness on both sides. You see how we don't see the ear anymore? Okay, we've got another layer there. So now you mess with it. Now you just absolutely leave it alone until it starts to cure. And then you can press it down and get it into the position you want and move it around and do what you want. But I really don't think we have enough hair. I've got this hair I'm keeping for the sides. Okay, this is the particular hair that goes on the side of the face. So we need to leave that until the end. We use that right at the end for decoration for the front of the mask. So we've got this amount of hair to do for the other side. Right? Okay, that's this way. Now we've got to do the other side. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have enough hair. I don't think we're going to have enough hair to do two. That's not good. That's not good. Other than that, that's it. That's all you can do. You can't do anything with it. You've got to let it cure up and let it harden up. That's why I've got it sitting underneath the sun. I've got the sun directly on it. That sucks, man. It really does. Yeah, I'm going to need, well, it took all of that to do that. So you're going to need a whole new, another chop there to do the other side. And then you'll have this much left over on the top. Okay, so you can't really do anything with that. That'll be throwaway. You could reasonably cut this all the way to the fucking top, mate, and use all of that. But it might be too long then. It would be regarded as too long. Well, we'll have a look, man. Yeah, that's too fucking long, brother. Yeah, it's too long. All right, we'll see what we're going to do, man. Because we need the front for the decoration. We need this for the front part of your mask, the one that sits down on the WG. It sits on the sides. All planning ahead, mate, all planning ahead. The wigs in the garage were, I don't know, they were huge and very thick. These wigs are not thick. They're not thick compared to the other wigs I was playing with before. You see how thin that is? Like before it would be a lot thicker. All right, so where they're cutting down on what you get, man. I suppose they call that product shrinkage. product shrinkage, man. Bit of fucking product shrink. Stick that up your Harris, you Westerner. Get that into your fucking mask making, mate. We're gonna give you 20% less. Give you 20% less hair. Yeah, just don't mess with it, man. Just don't mess with it. That's all. There's nothing I can do about it. It's thickened latex. It's the thickened you could use. So if you mess with it, it's just going to frick it all up. You got to clean all that off. That's important. This shit will frick up your whole project. This little stuff. 1 minute. What'd you say? Wig prices need to be... That's what they used to be, $11. Can we get a classic car boom like the old days? Nah, they fucking... Mate, they've kiboshed my streams. They're yellow. You know, I can only... Like if we get a troll in or something like that, I've got to keep it real. The AI machine sees... And it sees feelings... And it sees like your emotions, that's what it deals with. So as soon as you raise your voice, as soon as you go above a normal talking level, the stream, the machine gets me. The machine. There's no advertising, mate. There's no the yellow means no advertising, no monetization on the channel, on that stream. All the shorts, look at them, man, all yellow. All the shorts, yellow. So the machine makes the shorts, man. I don't make them. The machine did that. They're yellow too. You know, hey, kaboom! That's what you fucking get, brother. How's that for you? How's that for you, man? How's that for you? That's gonna have to do, all right? Yeah, look, man, I was actually I was took down to the blue coats and questioned about the kaboom. I was questioning about it. What does it mean? What do you mean by it? Do you this or do you mean that? Like, seriously? Like, yeah, man, yeah, serious, yeah. They took me down there and questioned me about the kaboom. You know, what does it mean? I had to explain it just means to getting rid of one of the trolls or whatever, you know, just make fun of it. I've got to be like, this place has changed. YouTube has changed. It's not the same as it was even a year ago, even 6 months ago. It's not the same. And now you've got, have you noticed there's all these channels, videos on here, channels being deleted. Look it up. There's thousands of channels that have been kiboshed, like taken off, gone. It's mainly AI. They're sick of the complete AI, you know. We were swamped with AI videos, man, in case you didn't realise that. Like even, you know, up to 2 months ago, completely swamped. The Asian guy, he had like 30 channels. You know what I mean? Remember the Asian guy? And he covered silver, he covered all these different topics. He's gone, right? So a lot of these storytellers and AI people have been kiboshed. So they're coming down with the huge, they're coming out with the ban hammer. They're coming out with the moderation hammer. They're coming out with the, you know, if you say certain names or certain phrases, that's kiboshed. So even if you mention what's going on and you tell the truth and all that, it doesn't matter. The governors, the bosses, yeah, they've got their strangle, and they're not going to allow that anymore. They're not going to allow any videos or anybody talking anything that they don't want you to talk about. They'll just take your channel, or they'll demonetize it. They'll make it so that the person doesn't want to talk about it. They fucking regulate their speech, mate, in order to keep, like I am. Like I'm doing it. I'm regulating my speech in order to keep underneath the radar. You know what I mean? At least I can get some kind of, you know, otherwise the channel doesn't function. It doesn't, there's no functionality. There's no reason to do it. There's no reason to come online. There's no reason to make videos. There's just none. You may as well, you know, you're spending all your time and your energy for Jack. Jack. All right? None of you would do it. None of you that watch a video, none of you that watch me would do what I do. You fucking wouldn't do it. Okay? You wouldn't do it. You know, my own family have asked me, why do you go online? Why do you do it? The cops ask me, the magistrate asks me, you know, they all ask you because they themselves wouldn't do it. So to them, it's like, you know, you shouldn't do it. It's like basically that. And the subjects right now, they're not going to allow you to talk about them, buddy. They're just not going to allow it anymore. This is years ago. They do not want this shit publicised like it was publicised before. They don't want any of that anymore. Okay, they want to keep it all under the radar because the statistics came out in America, how many are against it and how many are turning in America. And it's in the 67%, 72%, 80%. They're all against it, right? They're all coming out and talking about it. The college students and all of that. Yeah, that's why. Because the next generation are not going to accept what they're up to. Okay? And it's no longer any videos. There's nothing on TikTok. You can get, all you've got is Al Jazeera. That's it. You've got Al Jazeera on TikTok. That's the only videos. That's it. All right? So they're coming full control now. They've got the new laws to cover them, you know, so you're not allowed to talk about them. You're not allowed to have a discussion. You're not allowed to say shit. You can be arrested in Australia and face 5 years jail, mate. just for having an opinion they don't want you to talk about. They've got to cover their asses now, man. They can't have it advertised anymore, man. And they're doing exactly the same as they were doing 2 years ago. They're doing now, and they're doing it in exactly the same manner. And it's disgusting, boys. It's disgusting to sit back as a normal person and to watch these people, what they're doing, compared to the words that come out of their mouth. I'm the victim and this, that, and it's all fucking bullshit. Like, as a normal person, you're starting to relate to the H's, and you're starting to relate to them more than you are the propaganda machine that's funded, armed, everything else, right? You don't believe a word they're saying. Like, it's got to that point that every time they open their freaking mouth, you don't believe anything. You don't believe a single word of it. But anytime they say their say, you say, actually, man, you're not doing too good over there, right? And they don't like that, bro. They don't like that at all, because we're just normal plebs. And if the normal pleb is starting to wake up to it, then maybe their own people are starting to wake up to it and starting to turn a little bit. And they don't want it to turn, man. They're like the giant parasite on top of the back of the USA. And they're just the big parasite, mate, sucking as much out of it as they can. So they need the host to remain, complete and happy and everything, while they're just draining the fucking whole life out of it. Okay, and it ends when the big one goes off, right? That's when it ends, when the big one goes off. These people have no hesitation, man, none at all. They will push the button, none at all, none at all. And their behaviour is disgusting. And it's disgusting because you're watching it happen in another over here in the L word. You're watching it over there, and it's already happened over here in the G world in 4K, right? And it's happening exactly the same, man. I wish I could talk about it. I wish that we were free humans enough, like we were 2 years ago or a year ago, that we could actually have I could voice my opinion, right? I could say how and I can't. I can't. I face heavy duty charges in my own country. Heavy duty, man. Like these people will put you in the nick, bro, for having your opinion. You say the wrong slogan, you say the wrong words, and they come knocking on your door. Yeah? Like, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It is feral and disgusting behaviour. And they wonder why they're not loved. They wonder why they're not cherished wherever they go. You're like, you cunts need fucking laws to protect you. We don't. You do. You need them to protect you. Yeah? Not allowed to say this, not allowed to say that. You're the protected fucking, you're the protected one, right? But in other countries, they tell you to get the fuck out. They tell you to get out of the place. We don't want you staying here. We don't want you eating here. You're this. We know exactly what you are. We know exactly what you are. You can't sit there eating and drinking and pretending that, you're not, everything is everything and everything is fine. Everything is not fine, because you are all part of it. Every single one of you have done service. Every single one of you, even the Yavi Yaminis you get on here, he's got all the thousands of views and all of these followers. Yeah, that guy's part of what did he do, mate, in his service? What did he do to service when he was under service? They're all soldiers. Every one of them. Every one of them have to do their time. It's not like you and me. We get to choose to go in if we want to go and serve for our country. They don't. It's mandatory. They've got to do their 2 years. So all of them have served. Okay, what did they do? Yeah? Oh, we were just clerics. Everybody you ask will be a bookkeeper. Completely innocent. Completely innocent. I just want to sit here and eat my meal. I just want to, live my life, rah. Like, man. It is beyond scope, and you know what I think to myself, man. I think we the normal pleb, yeah, we're the H's, man. We are them, okay. I mean, think about it. Think about this, man. Okay, you got someone over there that is fucking constantly, mate. Wouldn't you be defending yourself or defending your country or defending your right to live, your right to defend yourself, your right to defend defend your people? Or are you supposed to just lay down on the fucking ground and go, yeah, yeah, everything is great, do whatever you want, take whatever you want, do whatever you want, and we'll just get our little cart together and move on to the next place until you get there, until you're going to take that area over. And you go and have a look what's happening over in L, man. You spend 10 minutes of your life and go and have a look. Mate, it looks just like G. It is completely destroyed, completely flattened, completely annihilated. Completely. Thousands have been knocked. Thousands. Hundreds of thousands displaced, all their land and their possessions taken off them. These fucks, mate, these fucking evil people, they destroy the thing and then they go in and steal and loot and rob the houses. They go in and take phones, they take fucking whatever's not laying down, and then they destroy the rest of the home, demolish it. But they'll steal the TVs, they'll steal jewellery, they'll steal anything that's in the home that they can walk out with. Any electrical item. You've got soldiers filmed looting, mate, stealing out of the homes, taking people's possessions, because they know that they can't come back. This is taken over now. This is ours now. This is mine. And they rob the joint. Completely rob it. And these are normal soldiers, bro. Soldiers. Now those soldiers, viewer, when they take off their uniform and they want to go on holiday, where in the fuck do they go? Right? They come to the nice Western nations, man, and all the Thailand and Bangkok and all of those places. The Koh Samui, mate, they're setting up a thing in Koh Samui, yeah? Koh Samui for the soldiers, bro, when they need to go on holiday. So they take the uniform off, they go on holiday, they pretend like they're me and you, and then they go back home, put a uniform on, and they're in there fucking babooming fucking everything, destroying everything. It's an amazing thing, man. The psychology of it. And then that person, when he's in there, he's doing the right thing. As they're doing their thing, man. It is disgusting. And you can't talk about it. Shh. Okay? You can't talk about it. You're not allowed to talk about it. So don't talk about the issue. Okay? It's not happening that way. We are the innocent people of the world. We are the innocent. We are the chosen. And there is only one victim ever. And we are that victim. You know, I blame you because I had to do that. It's your fault that I had to do it. I'm the only victim. There's only one victim, and that's me. Okay? It's your fault that I have to do this. That's fucking just, it's just, how the fuck, how can you combat that? That's just logic. That's just fucking logic right there, brother. That's just fucking logic. That is just logic, mate. Yeah, it's like living in a different world, man. It's like I feel I live in a totally different paradigm than what they live in. And listening to them, I can't. I just can't. It doesn't. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking at him, thinking, "You're fucking. You think you're. Look, man, we're in a different plane of existence, bro. Fucking, we're in a. You know. So just continue your life, man. Continue your life, okay? Just there's nothing that me and you, the general normal pleb, is going to be able to do anything or have any kind of say in anything. Because once we start saying anything, they just create another law that protects them. And you're not allowed to say anything. How dare you say anything? You know, that's anti-Semitic, that's anti-this and anti-that and fucking everything else that they create, you know? You're not allowed to say that. How dare you? Okay? We don't accept that. There we go. See, now it's starting to harden up a little bit with all of my rabbiting and all of my talking. The hardest part is that crown, and you've got to remove the excess, boys. Excess is no good, of course, you know that, because when it dries, you're just going to see latex. So we want to make sure that there's enough there to do the job, but not enough on there to make sure that you've got latex everywhere. But we paint this anyway, so don't stress. You're not going to see it anyway. But this will bond with the mask. You know what I mean? It doesn't sit on the outside of the mask because it's latex and it's raw latex on the bottom of it. Okay, on the bottom of it, it's not painted. So the latex will soak into the raw latex and become part of the mask. So to remove the hair, when someone pulls your hair on my mask, your head's going to go with it. It's not just going to rip off. Your whole head will go with it, which is what you want. Oh, fuck these cigarettes, mate. They're coming down on everybody, eh, babe? They're closing down all the stores. They're closing down this. They're closing down that. They're coming up with fines. And honestly, you cannot blame them. You cannot blame them. If you think that, me or you or the government are going to let you sit back and start blowing shit up and start harming people because of what, the perceived dollar value that you think that we should, that you're going to earn out of the area is just freaking insane. Like these criminals, bro, they think this is all normal. They think it's normal, you see, because they do it every day. They're out there selling their illegal tobacco and cigarettes and supplying the shops, and they've got their deliveries coming in, they've got their big house and their fancy car and all of these thousands of dollars hidden underneath this, that and the other. It all goes down. As soon as they knock on that door, buddy, your house goes, the car goes, they will find whatever's in the house, doesn't matter where it fucking is, and it's going to go, okay? You doing what you do, you think you're doing it every day, it becomes normal to you. But in the outside world, what you're doing is a totally illegal activity, okay? And everybody in the fucking world can see it except for you, okay? So, you're going to bring yourself undone, okay? And when you got customers that go into the shop and you actually physically, or you tell them that you start abusing them, so to speak, and removing them from your shop, you create your own enemy. You created an enemy in me. I just didn't drop a dime. That's all it is. I didn't drop a dime. But I don't fucking like you because of the way you spoke to me. Fuck you. Okay? Sorry for swearing. Sorry, AI. If it automatically gets me yellow as soon as I swear. So they're going to create their own enemy, dude, and they're starting to charge $90 for vape now. $90. I don't know how much a vape is. I really don't, unless you are sucking down THC and it's like every time you take a puff, it's THC. It's not tobacco. It's not no flavouring with nicotine in it. What freaking idiot will smoke that shit? I am puzzled at you. Why are you sitting there smoking basically water incense? Because that's all it is. It's water, oil with chemicals inside of it, scents and chemicals and stuff like that. None of that is nicotine. None of that, the tiniest, but the rest of it is essences and basically a potpourri, and you're smoking it. And you wonder why, you get 10 times sick. 10 times as bad as a normal smoker. You'll get 10 times sick. I think it lasted with me about 15 minutes in China. The ex bought me the box and the thing and all the different flavours, and I can't, there's nothing in them, mate, but flavouring. I felt so sick, mate, even just after a few puffs on it. But I needed to bring the machine back for the oil, THC oil. Because back then you could get THC oil, right? Like pure oil. Friend of mine had that stuff. So you put it in there and you're basically smoking resin. It's insane. It's fucking insane.
That's the only time I enjoyed the vape, mate. That's the only time. I threw the chemicals away. I threw them away. I threw everything away and just bring the machine back. This is still curing. You can't really, that's the whole idea here. You've got to have patience. You've got to have a lot of patience, buddy, okay? Get rid of these bit of a mounds there. But don't mess with it. Just let it cure. Let it dry up. Let it harden. And then you can press it all down and get it into any position you want. You see this great big gap here? This air bubble, you see that? You see how it doesn't press down a whole lot? When it cures more, it'll press right down into the mask. So just don't mess with it and clean it. Clean your brush. Clean this shit off. It'll be the downfall, mate, of your whole hairline if you don't. A little bit later, we can start to separate these a little bit and push them down into position a little bit more. But we are still too wet, okay? It's just wet, buddy. I gotta wait. So it's a good time just to have a cup of tea. There is not enough hair there to do the two of them, and I don't want to take the chance. I don't want to take the chance, mate. We've got the other side of the mask to do yet. So we want to make sure we've got enough hair to cover one. And it's a good hair, it's a good amount of hair. We don't make those thin fucks here, man. We make the proper, right? So, man, that's going to cost me $21 worth of hair. That sucks. That sucks big time, man. That really does. What was I thinking about? Oh, yeah, a cup of tea. You have a cup of tea. Anyway, have a think about all of these streamers, man, that are fucking up. Like, seriously, really fucking up. All ending in jail. All ending in jail, these people, mate. All of them in the nick. How you doing, Mr. Blue? Miss Blue? How you doing, Mr. Blue? I don't know. How about those petrol prices? Yeah, I'm lucky I don't have a freaking car. You have seen nothing yet. Thank you for bringing that to the attention. You have seen nothing yet. You have seen nothing. The government has subsidised or pulled it out of its arse the last 3 weeks with the reserves. And as soon as these reserves start to die down, which is at the end of this month, they've got enough fuel for the end of this month. After that, pandemonium. If they haven't got any oil in, which is what the thing was saying this morning, there's nothing fucking due here, mate. Nothing. There's no containers or whatever, no fuel things on their way. There's jack shit on the way. So right now they're surviving on what they've got, the reserves or whatever. And then after that, mate, it's going to skyrocket. Everything. We're in for some hard time. If you think it's hard now, from what I'm, calculating, it's going to get a lot tougher, mate, in the next month or two. The petrol prices are going to go up. This is cheap. This is fucking cheap right now. $1.80 to $2, $2.20, whatever it is. Yeah, that's fucking cheap. Sorry for swearing again. Just trying to emphasise it. That is actually cheap. Wait until this crap hits the floor. Wait until this stuff really, They reckon there's going to be stage 3 petrol restrictions. Stage 3. So you're not going to be, I don't know what exactly that entails because I don't have a car. I have no money to get a car. I have no intentions to get a car. So it's not something that I have to really think about it a whole lot. I have to think about the containers for food, the supermarkets, the trucks, the Lindsay Foxes of the world, right? The multi-billionaires. I think he'll be one of the first to get his shit, dude. I think the billionaires that control the corporations, they'll be the ones that actually get the fuel first to keep it functioning and keep it rolling and keep it moving along. And then, after that, they'll worry about the petrol stations and all the rest of it. But it's the people that pay them, bro. They're the ones that get the first lineup. It's not anybody else. And the government does not care about the prices, either do the petrol stations. Don't let them fool you. It's all bullshit. They are earning millions and millions of dollars, mate, extra. They're earning millions and millions of dollars extra profit, mate, through this. They're not there to do me and you a favour or to care about me and you, the government or the petrol stations. Okay, both of them are private corporations. The government's a private corporation. It does not give a shit about you. That's why it doesn't have a problem, you know, the prices or whatever. Because genuinely, they don't care. They're earning the taxes, mate. They're getting the GST off every litre. So they're happy for it to where it is. They're happy. If they could have it more expensive, they would, mate. The more the government has you struggling, the better. The more the government has you, and the government knows you're wondering where your next meal is coming from, the fucking better. Governments love that shit. They don't want you prospering, bro. They don't want you prospering. Trust me, man. They want you living like a fucking slave, mate. Like a slave, bro. Paycheck to paycheck, fucking struggling. They don't want you fucking getting up in the world. Are you kidding me? No, mate. They'll create new laws. If they see you doing any good, they'll come up with a new fucking law, mate. Nah, mate. It's only set up for those particular people. Don't let them fool you, brother. You know, the idea is to keep you as a pleb, keep you as a slave. You know, there's a video on TikTok. I can't share it to my channel, okay, because it's not mine, and I don't know how to do the computer to show you. But he's on 1,500 clear a week, 1,500, and he is minus $45. He showed you his rent. I mean, who pays $700 a week rent? I looked at that and thought, well, what fucking monkey does that? Like, where in the fuck do you live for $700 a week? I thought that was ridiculous. $700 a week, $200 on food, the gym or some shit, and then the phone, and then the car, and then the credit card. He's minus $45 a week. He's minus $45, and I'm thinking to myself, well, you gotta cut down something, brother. I mean, $700 a week. Where do you live? Like, how does it cost you $700 a week? I don't know, man. But that's huge. $700 a week rent is huge. I don't know where the guy living. Oh, he just had a picture with some music playing, and he said $1,500 a week clear. Here's my expenses, and it had his expenses listed. It didn't explain anything. But even on $1,500 a week clear, he's not married. He's not going out anywhere. He's not buying anything special. He's not doing anything. He's not traveling. You know, like they dead set want you living like a slave. Okay, like paycheck to paycheck, unable to really afford anything, even if you're on big money a week. You're still, you know what I mean? You're still struggling. There's people with entire businesses out there, bro, that used to do really, really well, and they're struggling. So it's not just the average Joe Blow, but the average Joe Blow, mate, is doomed. Where I mean, I don't know what you're fucking buying, but I can't buy shit. Supermarket or whatever, I'm looking at shit and I'm thinking, no, you know, I can't do it, boys. I walk in there and I walk out and I've spent $60, and I've got nothing. I look in the bag or whatever and I've bought some juice, some bread, some mince, some chicken breast. There wasn't much on the list. I'm trying to think of it. What, tea bags, normal, you know, toothpaste, and I've dropped $70, $68. I dropped $68, and I looked at it and thought, fuck, dude, you know, like, are you serious? $68. So I don't go to the supermarket, mate. It's once every now and again now. I know I don't buy anything from them. I'm not supporting these supermarkets anymore. I'd understand if they were struggling themselves. I would understand that. But these supermarkets are not struggling. You know, the head honcho's on $12 million a year. You know, they cleared $1.4 billion in 1 year profit. Just one supermarket. Forget about the other supermarket. I think it was Coles, cleared $1.8 billion profit just for the year. So, like they're maximizing their thing, man. Maximum. They're not doing me and you a favor at all. They're not doing us any favor at all. Okay? They're maximizing their profit. And they're going to continue to do that because a company can't go backwards in profit margin, mate. It's got to show more profit next year. So if it showed 1.8 this year, next year's got to show more. So, I don't know what they intend on doing, man, other than putting the prices up because they can't give us any less. I mean, seriously, man, it's 140 grams of M&Ms is fucking $8. 140 grams. Like, seriously, 140 is nothing. It's fucking nothing, man. 140 grams of fucking chocolate is $8. Like, that shit's expensive, man. Going shopping now is like a treat. Going to the supermarket is like a treat. It's like a big deal. It's like the old days going to McDonald's. That once a week thing. Nowadays, who wants to eat McDonald's, dude? Oh my Godfather! Some of the shit that's come out about McDonald's lately in the last 2 months is horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. Did you hear about the young, like, I don't know, teenager or something that was in a diner? She went to go for a job interview, and the parents knew all about it. They knew where she was going, what the whole thing, right? Goes to the interview and goes to use the toilet, right? She gets asked a whole bunch of really weird questions at the questionnaire. Do you have relatives? What is your blood type? All this kind of fucking shit, right? Just really weird questions. So she goes to the bathroom, mate, and disappears. That's it, gone. They don't know where she is. She didn't leave the diner. They've got a film going into the toilet. No film coming of her coming out of the toilet. Totally disappears, right? So everyone's on the manhunt, right? Everyone's on the manhunt. They pull up some fucking bloke for a busted tail light, a truck, busted tail light. Something was suspicious, the copper. You know how they've got their third eye, the copper? The copper's always got a third eye, boys. He's always looking for, there's something, right? He's looking for a tell, right? Innocent people don't have any tells because we haven't done anything wrong. But if you've done something wrong, you've got to try and protect yourself, or you know what I mean? Your actions would be a little bit, right? It's not as fluent. Okay, there's something about it, right? So anyway, he ends up demanding the back of the truck unlocked, and there she is, mate. There she is. Amongst all the meat, there was all the meat on the racks, and there's this young one fucking tied up, mate, on the way to the meat factory. On the way to the meat factory. Like fucking, oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Like fucking. So apparently they did tests at McDonald's, man, and they found a certain percentage is human. Yeah, a certain percentage of it was human. So I haven't eaten any McDonald's, man. I'm not even eating their $2 burger. They can stick that shit in the arse. I'm not eating any of that stuff. I'm not fucking eating a dime of it, bro. I don't care if it's fucking $2 a burger. I don't care. I haven't had it in months, mate. I haven't treated myself for $2 hamburger even. Yeah, I haven't even done that. I think it was American. Yeah, I think it was American. I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah. Yeah. Stock up on stuff. Yeah. 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 Mr. Blue. Yeah. Fucking too right. This is your time now. I think you got the warning on the news or some shit I was watching. It was definitely a news channel, and they were telling you, like, saying, hey, in the next 3 weeks, there's not going to be any fuel coming in. Things are going to get more expensive in deliveries. They're going to have to, allocate the fuel for deliveries for containers and stuff like that. You and I both know Trumpy. Yeah, America, the fucking wars over there go for 20 years. Okay, they don't end. They just go forever, and then America ends up giving up, and then that's how it's always played out. Okay, this won't be any different at all. It won't be any different at all. And they can't do it. Like seriously, who is going to sign anything? And I mean, you wouldn't even sign a fucking bus ticket, mate, with Ishmael with those countries. You know, you wouldn't supply. You wouldn't even. Would you believe any signature that Trump gives you? Seriously, and knowing full well that his master has not approved of this, and his master is not going to agree to this, or is going to do any that's on your contract that you're signing, because they don't believe in any of that. Okay, they've never kept a peace agreement ever, mate. That particular state has betrayed every single contract they've signed, every single one. They've broken their peace. And even when you've signed it with them, the next day they're doing exactly what they were doing yesterday. They don't change at all. And then if you say, hey, we've got a peace deal going on, oh no, well they did this and they did that, and we're just protecting ourselves, and they come up with a million fucking excuses to blow up a fucking hospital, fucking medics, fucking media, hospitals, fucking houses, schools, fucking colleges, hey, just choose a fucking target as long as it can't aim back at you. As long as it can't aim back, there's got to be a tunnel there somewhere. There's got to be a leader. We're after the leaders now, right? So we're going to level the entire college. We've got to level it all. The teachers and everything. Yeah, they're all leaders. They're all leaders. They've all got to be taken down. They've all got to go. I don't know what modern Gnostic is. Oh, that's the name of that guy. I don't know what you're talking about then. YouTube vids of McDonald's burgers are not rotting after. That's why I can't eat them too, man. Yeah, you've seen those videos where they don't, the burgers don't actually rot and shit. That was one thing. But this kid's video, or this teenager's video from the family, that scared the shit out of me. I mean, she went there for a job interview, goes to the toilet and doesn't come out. And then, she's located, drugged up, and in the back of thing tied up in the back of a truck, a meat truck, on the way to the meat factory, where they turn it all into patties and sausages or whatever. That shit's just not. Yeah, I'm. And then there was another one. Some sheik. This Dubai shit. This shit was horrible, man. So they go there looking for a model, model situation, rah. It's worse than the porta body, it's worse than that. They take the thing off them, passport off them, and they're chained up in the basement there, and they're used as living donors. Living donors. So the client comes in, they need a kidney, or they need a heart, they need a lung. They can look at the patient live and buy it directly. Eyes, everything, whatever the client wants. And they've got them all chained up, and they use them as living donors. And I don't know where this girl came from, mate. She was 21, appeared on the highway in Dubai, naked, chained, gagged. They took her to the hospital to be examined, and the doctors were horrified, just horrified, because this is all surgically done, and all of these parts are missing out of this child, out of this young lady, missing out of it, and that's how you found out about it. And she told them where to go and find out, and they busted and it ended up being some famous surgeon, bro. Some famous surgeon, Sheik, rah. And he's a famous surgeon over there, and he was doing live donors. Fuck. Imagine that. Oh my God. Pooh. Imagine that, dude. You get off the plane, bang, they got you. You seen that one in China now, man? Fucking China, man. And they hand someone like a newspaper or a fucking map, and they ask them directions or whatever. Like they're holding the fucking paper. They put the paper in front of the person's to get there to point out, and suddenly the person just falls over, unconscious. They've got a chemical on the paper. They've got a chemical, knock them straight out. Right in the middle of the road, right in the middle of the day, walking along normally like normal people. And it's because everything's filmed over there. And the girl went missing. So that's why. Man, they track that shit down over there. You can't get away with shit, let me tell you, because there's a camera on every corner. So they could track it all the way from the girl being collapsed to her getting put in the car, all the way through the neighbourhoods, all the way through wherever they ended up, and they got her. They got the people. Frightening. Man, you got to be careful out there, man. You got to be careful, man. You really do. I don't know what chemical it was, man. All right, man, catch some sleep, man. Get some sleep, dude. Must be America. Get some sleep. Thank you very much for coming into the chat. I appreciate you. If I don't get to say goodbye and wherever you leave or whatever, viewer, have a good night and, stay happy, and stay on your path, whatever it is, stay on your path. Hopefully you find some love. Hopefully you get some love in the world. A little bit of love. Love would be nice, wouldn't it? Someone to actually love you. Fuck, that'd be different. Yeah, peace, man. Have a good night. No, it's what time is it here? It's 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock. Okay, it's 1 o'clock. During the day. I haven't been watching on Tiki because I got banned on Tiki. Amazing, hey? Tiki is good for DV perpetrators. It's good for, the people that need help. What do they call them? And they get the service from the government, cleaning service, whatever it's called. Those kind of people. It's full of them. TikTok is full of them. And it's full of people that actually do DV, bro, have actually really hurt women. And it's all photographed, filmed. There's videos about it. The person comes out and talks about it. And these people get online, mate, and they're able to do what they're doing. Me and you, normal, we can't do what they're doing. Don't even try. Don't even try. Because if you do start getting up on Tiki, yeah, they will come and take your channel down, take your gifters. They'll contact them privately, message them, whatever it takes to get you closed down. So if you start to go up in the ladder at all, they're going to come for you. The actual streamer themselves. It was funny to watch that idiot fucking Gulag just lose the plot. He just loses the plot, bro. He fucking lost it, bro. He's fucking lost the plot. 1 minute he's just a commentary, likes to bring on people to talk rubbish and, they all argue in his thing and he likes that and rah. What he doesn't realise is by having that kind of content, you have the trolls. That is all that's watching you. A whole bunch of trolls. And they don't want to do you any good at all. Okay, and so he's starting to feel it now because he's, mate, it's horrible to deal with these people non-stop all day, every day making comments in your chat and that's all you've got. That's it. And then when they go into battle, they all disappear. Everybody disappears. They all fuck off, mate. They you know what I mean? So he started getting the shits with it and started banning everybody, mate. He started banning everybody. Because he never banned anybody before. It was just funny to watch his whole thing, just his whole demeanour change. Because he's realising that you're doing more harm to your life than you are actually doing it any good. Because nothing really comes of good of it. Knowing. And every single streamer learns the hard way. Well, a lot of them learn the hard way. So even HS Tiki, mate, he's gone. He's gone. HS Tiki's gone. Tate's gone. All of that fucking group is gone. No longer live, mate. Check it out. They've been banned on every social media platform. Every single one. They've been banned. Far out. Even Kick has gotten rid of all of them, mate. Even Kick, okay? It's okay for you because you're the viewer, but being the streamer, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's harder being a streamer. You got to watch what you say, man. You got to watch what you say, what you do, fucking everything, mate. Because they just report your stream, mate. They report it and report and report and report and report. They just file, right? YouTube is a little bit better. One of the better. See how it's still drying, man. Still, it hasn't turned clear yet. So there's no good trying to press it down onto the mask. You see where we got the gap there? You know that we need that flat to the like this. So we've got to let it cure. Unfortunately, it takes an hour or so, or maybe more, for it to cure. That's just the time it takes. Hopefully, that part of the mask is thick enough. I don't know if we need to add anything in here. Maybe a couple coming down here would be nice. But first, we're going to let this cure, and then we need to flip the mask and do the other side. Because I'm not very confident on the amount of hair that we have to play with. I'm sure I'll have enough. I'm sure I will. To do the other side, then do the back of the mask. The back. I've got these special strand, not special, but cut from the last one. And they're a nice little rat tail. See how they're a nice rat tail? So I'm thinking that I will decorate the mask on the outside of it here. On the parts I'm coming up to here and down there. Decorate that with that. At least like make the mask look, bulky. I haven't sold a mask in ages. I haven't had anything for sale. Everything's been off eBay. I haven't had anything on eBay. Nothing. Got to let it cure, buddy. Can't do anything with it, mate. Just got to let it sit there. Nothing I can do. Let it sit, mate. Packet of 20s now is $20. That's gone up from 15 to 20. Not much fun. Just let it cure up, bro. Sorry, I can't put any music on. I get copyrighted. And the whole stream gets kiboshed. And I can't have the TV on because of copyright. They kibosh the stream, mate. They turn it yellow. Turn the stream yellow. Stay happy, healthy, and well, gentlemen. I hope you have someone in your life that loves you, ladies. I was thinking about the other day. It would be nice, boys? Nice to have someone in your life that loves you. They talk to you nicely. Treat you nice. That would be nice. Yep. It's a beautiful day in the neighbourhood, a beautiful day to be a neighbour. Won't you be mine, won't you be mine, won't you be my neighbour? Welcome to the stream, neighbour. It's been a quiet week, mate. Haven't done a whole lot. Did a bit of work on Monday, but there was nothing there today. And there's nothing there tomorrow. And I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? I know the client is leaving this afternoon to go to his family or whatever, something like that, Charles, and we're staying there for 2 days. So they won't be home. They're going to go and visit family. So there's no work there for this week. Okay, you got Monday done, sweet. Okay, well, the guy leaves Monday afternoon, so he won't be back until Wednesday afternoon. So 2 days he won't be home. Okay then, cool. So I get to sit on my ass, mate. Keen to chat on panel. Well, I don't even know what that means. What panel? What, TikTok? What panel? The only talking you're going to be able to do is this now. That's it. I'm not on any panel. I don't even know what that is. I've got Messenger, like any other normal person does. I've got Facebook and all of that, saying I'm not that hard to find. You got the Gmail, lorddobby king. You could contact through that, but I'm not on it. I don't know what a panel is. There's no panel on YouTube. Doesn't exist. They go through Kick, or they go through. They use Restream, and then they put up TikTok, and then put up YouTube. And then you could have the box from TikTok coming into your stream, but you need proper internet, mate. You need proper internet. You know, the cable. I have Wi-Fi, so yeah, that shit doesn't work, mate, on Wi-Fi. Okay, it's really bad, and people just will complain non-stop that the stream stops anytime you know. So that's why. That's why you watch some of these videos and they've got a box in the bottom. Yeah, it's because it goes through Restream and goes to TikTok, and then they put the two apps up because they run on Restream. So that's how they do that. But there's no panel. There is no panel. There's no panel to host anything. It's YouTube. It doesn't work that way. Plus, there's not a whole lot I want to talk to a woman about anyway, to be honest. There's not a whole lot I'd want to be having a chit-chat about, a little chin wag, a little get-to-know. Why the fuck would I want that for? No, I'm not going to sit there explaining my life to a female. Okay, it's just I don't need the approval. I don't need the I don't need the judgment. I've had that enough, I've had enough judgment from a female. So no, yeah, not fun for me, mate. It's not fun for me. Yeah, it's never fun. It's never fun. Like they asked me to, some of these streamers have asked me to do interviews or whatever, and I'm like, fucking interview about what? About what? Like what could you possibly want? Yeah. So no, mate, I've never done them. I don't. Never done them, mate. Never participated in anything like that. Plus notoriety, notoriety. Yeah, what am I going to do with that? It doesn't pay the bills, mate. It doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't even buy me a fucking coffee milk. It doesn't do shit for me. You know what I mean? Views or whatever. No one comes to my channel, man. Nobody. Check it out. I mean, you can see for yourself. The channel count doesn't change. And a lot of the time when I go live, a lot of the people don't even get the bell. They don't even get the notification. Okay? So, yeah. I get a few views, I suppose, but nothing compared to other streamers, bro. Absolutely nothing. So you're gonna give yourself up and give your life up and everything else for another person's. They're gonna do better out of it than you are. Okay. I still haven't been able to find that Ethan Klein thing, like Ethan Ralph, or is it Ethan Ralph? Is it? Yeah, I don't know what those guys are talking about, man. I can't even find his podcast or whatever. I don't know what they're talking about. Like I really don't. Because I was interested in wanting to find out what the fuck what your fat head is said about me. All right, that's what I wanted to know, Ethan. I was going to do a Will Smith on you, bro. I was going to do a Will Smith on you, but I thought, well, I'm not afraid of your fat ass. I'm really not. And I remember you. I remember the last time I looked at your chat. You were running around with an underage chickie babe in a hotel somewhere, weren't you? And her father was coming to rescue her or some shit. That's the last time I remember you. So, I don't understand your part against your exes, but just wish you wouldn't generalise about all. Yeah, see, that's where I'm done with you. Yeah, you're already done, mate. because it's your thing is one-sided, rah rah. You know, you wish what was it, generalizing, rah rah. Show me one video, love, one fucking video that's on, because you made me think about it. You made me think about it, right? So I go on YouTube and I punch up fucking videos, and it's all men. It's all men. It's men need to change. It's all men are this. Men did this. Men did that. There is no percentage. All right? Your rules don't apply. Fuck you and your rules. Okay? Fuck that. All right? Because not a single video on YouTube or on TikTok does it ever say only a small percentage of men, not all men. They don't make that distinguishment, mate. They don't make that distinguishment. It is all men. It is, or it just says men need to do this, men need to change, men need this, men need that. Not one video does it say a percentage of men. No. And how's this? This is what I wanted to... Oh, fuck, thank God you made me think about it. I got you, bitch. I got you fucking covered, bitch. There's a fucking channel. It's called Something Grey. The woman's name, Something Grey. And she's really famous. So a fucking woman on here that brings down men, talks badly about men. It's all men. All men. Not just some men. All men. Okay? And it's a woman's channel, and you all fucking love her. You all love her. She's got 1.4 million followers on YouTube. You know what the bitch did? She got married. She got married. She got fucking married, mate. She got married. Yeah, she fucking did, mate. After all of her videos telling you not to get married and you don't need marriage and men are no good and men are this and men are that, mate, she got married. Okay? She betrayed her entire channel. Her entire channel, her last 2 years of videos putting men down. And here she is getting married, mate, behind the back doors, and she was found out about it. And she's married some multi-millionaire that buys her everything that she wants and takes her places everywhere she wants to go. And, you know, now marriage is okay because she got what she wanted. You see? That's why. So no, not at all. In none of her videos does she ever say it's some men or a percentage of men or whatever. It's all men. All men. There is no female misandrist that does videos on YouTube that has a percentage of men in her videos. It is all men. Okay? Or it just says men. There's no distinguishment. Okay? I mean, why do you think we have our own men's behaviour minister in Australia? We've got our own, because all men need to be retrained. I mean, it's so bad in Australia that we've got to go into the schools and we've got to teach the little boys, because we've got to get them when they're young and we've got to teach them that this is how they should behave. So it's all boys across the school curriculum, mate. It's not some of the boys that show aggression or show a certain trait or whatever. It's all the men across the board. They all need re-educating. All of them. Another one that brings the highlights it to me is that there's no women's behaviour course. Look it up yourself on Google. It's only men's behaviour course. It's only men that need to change, not women. Women are perfect. So your logic doesn't exist in the outside real world. And you coming into my chat, you know how I am, that you don't like this and you don't like that, then leave. There is the door. You don't have to sit here telling me what I should and shouldn't say or shouldn't do, or because you don't like this and you don't like that. But you'll go watch a woman's video. Do you say the same thing to her? You know, it's not all men. It's only a certain amount of men. No, you don't. You don't say a word. You agree with her. You agree with whatever's being said. So your misandry and your guilt complex bullshit doesn't work on men anymore. It doesn't work on me. It doesn't. Your emotional bollocks doesn't. And that's what I teach the men. Don't give them any power, boys. Let them run their mouth, but don't give it any power. Don't give it any power. And if you've got something like this in your house, then man, If she doesn't cook and she doesn't clean and she doesn't shag, then why in the fuck would you have her around you? You wouldn't even have her around you, boys. You would shag the shit out of it and fucking send it home. It wouldn't last longer than that. And you wouldn't be on the phone asking it to come back, because all you're going to get is an earful of bollocks, female, whatever her demands and her rights and her wants and her feelings and what it's her. At no time are you even in the ballpark. You're not even in the thoughts, mate. Okay, all the thoughts have got to be concentrated on the female, bro. It's how she thinks, what she wants, what she's demanding. It's got nothing to do with you. What you want is secondary. It's down the list, mate. Are you kidding me? It's not even in the conscious. Crikey, oh, he's off now. You sound like a real pussy, bro. Like half you men that leave a comment here, man, like I wonder if your nuts have dropped. You can't unban shit. You ain't got fucking no power here, chillin'. Don't ever think you got power here, buddy. None of you fucking little dogs have got any power at all. Only I do. It's my chat. I ban them, I bring them back, not you. Okay? You can't do shit. Nothing here. You have no power at all. None. None at all. You can't do shit. No, you haven't triggered me. You've triggered another conversation. That's all you've done. It looks easy from where you are, eh? You just sit there watching and judging. Try sitting where I am, and you've got to do the talking, and you've got to think of things to say. Try thinking of it at that angle, and see how easy it is. And that's why I'm on this side of the camera and you're on that side of the camera. So it's easy for you to sit back and judge and tell people what they should and shouldn't do and rah. Easy for you. You don't even put a like on the channel. Are you a follower here? Do you even put the like on or even a follow onto the channel? But your opinion matters. That shit is funny, man. That shit is funny. I don't like him. I don't support him. I don't leave a like on the channel. I've never put a comment on any video, but I am going to tell him how he needs to do. Okay, far out. I'll tell him what I need to do. I'll tell him how unhappy I am and how he needs to change. But I don't like him. I don't fucking like him at all. And I don't give him a follow. Well, I don't fucking nothing, mate. Yeah, I ain't giving you shit. But I'm going to tell you what you need to do. Fucking shit's funny, man. But, yeah, mate, it's a different point of view when you're on this side of the camera. It's totally different. It's totally... Even my family have asked me why I come online. All of them. That is an exact replica of your face. Good for you, Dark Horse. I don't hate them. I love ladies. What do you mean? I love women. I never said I hated anybody. I never said I hated anybody, gentlemen. So don't put words in my mouth and write things in the chat that I said this or I said that when I've never said that kind of thing at all. I've never said I hated women, man. I've only ever been single a few years of my life, and that was when I wanted to be single. You know, just trying to organise my life a bit. And under Australian standards, you've got to be wealthy, otherwise they don't even want to bar you. Seriously, man. Who do you think you're fooling? You know, you think your chick over in Australia or any Western country is going to fucking be in any regard to you when you live at home with your mum and dad? You don't have a job. You've never fucking done anything. You've never gone anywhere. You've never, nothing. You know? For some reason you think you're a catch. So no, you have less chance than I do. Fucking less. At least at my age, I had a girlfriend. At least at your age, sorry. When I was your age, I had a girlfriend, and possibly even married with children. So you haven't gone anywhere. You haven't done anything. You've never been married. You don't have any kids, and you think you're lucky. So that's just how the world is right now. And it's not. It's not. That's not how. That's not how my era grew up. I never knew anything like that. You know. Back when I grew up, mate, that's what everybody wanted. They wanted to get married, have kids, be a mum and dad, have a family. That's what they wanted. Nowadays, they don't want that shit, dude. They've got like 3 kids to 2 different men, you know, and they're 30 years old or whatever, you know. They divorce every one of us. Western countries don't have any good luck with marriages, bro, unless you're really rich. You've got to be really rich. And even then, they're not happy. Even then, they're not happy. You've got to meet a woman that's like wants that. She wants to be a wife. She wants her family. She wants it all together. Rah rah. You've got to meet someone that's like that. Okay. Did the Australian dollar fucking die or something, man? Because the other day, $10 American was $16 Australian. Today, $10 American is $14 Australian. So it's lost $2.06. In 1 week of value, American dollar. Oh, sorry, Australian dollar. When they convert it over. That's amazing. I've just noticed that. Like that's $2. Sorry, man. I'm just having a quick slash. I'm gonna make a coffee. I've got to wait for that hair to cure. Can't really go on hair or do anything. If you're like me, mate, they've got a saying in China. It's called lying flat. Lying flat, okay? So you don't go anywhere, you don't do anything, you watch your expenses, you watch your you watch your lying flat in China, and that's where you'll find a lot of Westerners. They're lying flat, brother. They've got that limited income coming in. By the time they've paid their expenses out, they are left with a few $100s to last them until the next week's pay. And they're lucky if they can get through that, because they've got to pay internet, they've got to pay their fuel, they've got to pay for food. Jesus, man, that's just off the top of my head. Forget about, you know, whatever else you've got to pay. I don't know credit cards and all that kind of thing, okay? I don't have any of that. I never believed in debt. If you can't afford it, then put it on lay-by or don't buy it. But don't ever go into debt for it. A huge debt. Just for a car or a stereo or something like that out of a shop. You know, you know what I mean? It's not a good idea to go into debt for these kind of things. So I never got into debt for anything. You know, that's how I've lived my life. The only thing I owe money on is the phone bill, bro, from the last phone when it got smashed. That's the only thing I owe, just from that. The rest of it's all done. That's the only way that I could manage it, mate. Otherwise I would have no internet, no electricity, no nothing on. And that's by signing on with these companies, you know, letting them do a automatic withdrawal. That's the only way I could get through it. That's the only way a lot of people are getting through it. It's a joke. And every single bill I'm getting into more debt. I'm not using more electricity. As I'll 1 minute, I'm just pouring this. But as I'll show you, there's nothing turned on here. No lights, no television, no stereos. There is nothing turned on except for the fridge. And yet every single electricity bill I get, I'm in debt. I'm in debt. It's $120 just for the supply charge. $120. And then you've got the bill on top of that. The last bill was $180. So $60 of use and $120 in supply charge. $120. Like, that's fucking disgusting. You know, my usage is $60. Like, I was disgusted. So I called them up and told the lady, told the lady, I said, this is incredible how my supply charges are, twice as much as my actual usage, rah rah. And she said that's what it's going to be. It could possibly go up in the future. It could possibly go up even more. So they're putting us into debt, buddy. Okay, because all they've got to do is put the supply charge up. That's all they've got to do. Just turn your bill over. It'll have it on the back of it, supply charge. And that's what they were screwing me over with, was supply charge. Because I could never cover the $180, mate, for living in fucking darkness. At night time, I don't watch the television at night time. I don't fucking watch the computer. I have this turned on, this small light here. That's it. That's my whole lights for night time. And then everything's turned off at 9:30 or whatever, and I go to bed. I'd rather watch videos in my bed. It's a lot more comfy. So that's what I do, But even that doesn't work. So I don't know what you do. I don't know how you survive. I really don't. If I had a family and all of that, it would be a lot tougher. Having a family though, man, fuck, I miss that. Be nice to have a wife that loves you, mate, and have a family. Be father, be mother, you know what I mean? Have dinner together. Go through shit together, good, bad, whatever. It's not all good, man. Sometimes it's bad. You know? That's what I miss. I think that's why I get upset too, because I feel like I've kind of like missed my opportunity, missed my chance, because I'm getting older now and I'm going to have less opportunity, obviously, I'm going to have less opportunity at my age because I'm not wealthy, the only thing that does that if you've got a lot of money, then they overlook your age because you've got money. But otherwise, they're looking at they're looking at you as you are. So that's how I feel as a man, that I've lost my opportunity to be a father and to have a wife that, a proper family kind of thing. You know what I mean? And as a man, I think only a man could understand that your opportunity is fucking gone. It's been robbed from you. It's been taken from you. So, you know what I mean? Like, man, that sucks. That sucks, bro, because you're not a bad guy. Like you didn't, see, it starts to cure. And being men, we blame ourselves. We blame everything on ourselves because the woman is not blamable. She's not accountable at all. It is definitely your fault. Definitely. All men, okay? It's all men's fault. It's always men's fault, bro. That's just how it is. That's just how it is, man. That's how whole history works. Starting to cure up now. Just leave it alone for another 15. And we'll be able to push that down, and then maybe another half an hour we can turn the mask over and work on the other side. Easier to remove the stuff now too. Getting rid of this, man. Put it in the bin, bro. Solar panels are no good. We don't get a whole lot of boxing here to watch. It's all repeats of movies that are freaking 20 years old. It's Australian, mate. Okay, like honestly, you just get repeats of the same movies all the time, and they'll play them week after week. I swear to God, if you've missed the movie this week, you probably tuned in last week and watched it, and if you haven't, then next week you'll be able to catch it again. Okay, they play the same movies, okay? Like seriously, man, they really do. It's like the dumbing down of society, bro. You feel really stupid fucking watching a 25, 30-year-old movie that you've watched a dozen times already. Like you know what the person's going to say before they say it. Being downloaded onto YouTube. It seems to be a German language one, so when they talk, it's in German. So maybe that's why it's lasted this long. But you can look it up, dude. The entire series is there. It's all in one. 40 hours. Predator, Badland. Look it up, man. Well, it won't be your age and wealth that won't attract a woman. It won't find your thoughts on all women. Because I don't tell them, I don't have thoughts, mate. I have a video. I have a YouTube channel. Yeah, you ladies don't like it. Yeah, I'll freely admit that, Blue. And you know why you don't like it? Because you can't fool me. That's why. None of your one-liners, bullshit, and your stupid games work on me. Like absolutely none. None of your manipulation, none of your emotional manipulation works. None of those fairy tale storylines work. And as soon as I catch you playing it, then it's fucking over. I'm not interested in you. Okay, I've had it played on me by the best. So if you think I'm gonna have the normal general fucking witch fucking warlock down the road here, this fucking elephant fucking talking to me the same way, and thinking she's gonna have the same gameplay, then you're in the wrong. She's gonna fail every time because I've been done by the best. I've had the lines brought out by the best. Okay, and you know what? You know why it matters? Because I married him. I fucking married him. It's like, the worst of the fucking worst. Your girlfriend can play all the games that she likes, mate, not a fucking problem. You can get rid of her, break up with her, meet a new chick, right? But when your fucking wife is playing these games, it's a whole different ball game. Okay? It makes it 10 times harder, 10 times as hurtful. You know what I mean? It's fucking worse. So, no, that is why they don't like me. The same as that fucking woman I had already over here, Blue. I already had her over here. I banged her. It was horrible, mate. I fucking hated it. I hated every second of it. I fucking hated it. I cannot tell you how much I hated banging this Sheila, bro. Like, I fucking really couldn't. I didn't want to bang it again, bro. Put it that way, okay? I did not want to do it again, okay? And, afterwards having dinner or whatever, I'm over here. I made the dinner. I'm thinking, fuck, okay, I didn't say anything. There's no help at all. There's no... And every time you look over, it's on its telephone. They're always on their phone, which I just freaking hate. Okay, because I'm not on my phone. Oh, fuck. Hey, Mr. Bird. Don't put it out before the 16th. I don't know if you put out on you. No, but it's... Council enforcing strict hard-based. Yes, and that, if you read further, you put it out before the inspectors come in and check, they leave it there, and then you fine $200 for illegal dumping. Thanks, man. I'm on in live stream. What's for lunch? Huh? What's for lunch? You don't need 3 foods a day. Yeah, tell me about it. None of us need three a day, okay? We're getting fat. Who do you think you are? Eating? That's a luxury, Bird. A luxury. Alright? Fucking you want to eat dinner? That's a fucking luxury nowadays. You want to buy groceries? That's a luxury. It's a fucking luxury, man, to go down and buy food. It's a luxury nowadays. So the council's come out with their whole new thing, mate. I don't have anything to put out for you. But I think he's like the sheriff, mate. He's like the sheriff of the block, He notices everything, mate. Fucking everything. Like, seriously, I bought some groceries back from Coles. I fucking couldn't carry it all, so I used one of the little trolleys. One of the little trolleys? Well, I live a fair fucking distance, mate, from the supermarket. I don't want to go hauling that up there, mate. It's a fucking long way. And by the time I get back, I need to have a sleep. I'm old. I need to go to bed, have a lie down. I need to go and have a tug. I need to fucking get some cones, fucking have a tug, fucking go to bed for like 4 hours, man. So I got a trolley, mate. I fucking wheeled the trolley, fucking took the trolley home. I'll put the trolley out fucking at the front here. He's going off his thing, mate. They're going to drive past. They're going to see the trolley. You're going to get a fine. Fucking need to move it around. Mate, I fucking sit there in the morning making a coffee. I can hear the trolley getting moved right at the front. He's fucking got it right up on my patio. He's put it right up on the patio. He said, just leave it up here. It won't get busted. You won't get seen. He's a fucking sheriff, mate. You got to fucking... keep my fucking eyes on fucking you, mate. Fucking watching everything you fucking do. And this time, here's your pamphlet, okay? So you know exactly what... Don't you put it out beforehand, because it's a $200 fine. Actually, you only put it out on the day it's fucking... God bless him, brother. I'm only having a josh. I'm just having a laugh. I don't mind the old bloke, mate. I'm only having a laugh. I don't mind the old bloke. He's okay. He brings a bit of value every now and again. You know, the odd pork chop. You know, the odd bit of meat, mate. He brings the odd bit of meat into the apartment. That's cool. Everything is going to skyrocket, brothers and sisters. Everything is going to fucking go through the roof, man. Trust me, supermarkets and all of that, you haven't seen anything yet. You know, you haven't seen anything, man. It is not hit. It is not hit yet. Wait until it hits. This shit is going to go through the roof. Everything is going to skyrocket. The supermarkets and the businesses are not out to do you any favours, brother. They're out to fucking get as maximum as they can. So trust me when I tell you, man, that things are going to go through the roof, and you are better off now to start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everything is about to go through the roof. I mean everything. Okay, please, you know, I'm telling you, man, I know that we're broke, everybody's broke, but you need to start getting some things in the pantry if you can, if you've got any spare paper. You know, like buy, for starters, you want plenty of flour, and you want the yeast, flour and yeast. You'll be very appreciative of baking shit, dude. You'll be able to bake your own stuff. I know it sounds, because you're not used to that, but you're going to have to do it. Same as me. I regret not buying those baking tins at the second-hand shop. We had that chance a few months back. They had a few baking tins, you know, like proper bread tins at the second-hand shop. And I didn't grab them. Fuck, mate, I had my chance. I really had my chance. They were there for a couple of days and I didn't grab them because they're perfect for baking loaves of bread. Because this shit is going to go through the roof. You're going to have to start thinking outside the box a little bit. You know, if you've got some land, plant some vegetables, man. You should already have vegetables growing or whatever. Potatoes, corn, peas, beans, all that kind of stuff. Whatever grows during the winter. But you need to start thinking about it, bro. They're going to ban chickens. You know they're going to ban chickens, right? Yeah, they don't want you fucking getting eggs, mate. They don't want you to kill the bird and eat the meat or anything like that. So they're going to ban all vegetables and things outside of they'll ban all of that. Okay, they'll ban it all. So if you can afford it, man, build up your pantry a little bit. You know those preppers from a few years ago? Remember the preppers? And everybody made fun of them. They don't look so stupid now, eh? They don't look so stupid now, do they? You know, because they've got absolute, you know, storerooms full of stuff. And they bought it back over in ages ago. So they bought it a lot cheaper than what you're getting it now. So, yeah, the preppers weren't that stupid, eh, when you think about it. They were the smart ones. I think they were the smart ones. Well, things that go on, mate. I am really, really sorry, though, to hear what you're going through. He was offered a good biscuit recipe so he could have all the biscuit he wants. He rejected it. A homeless woman would give the... why would I... About homeless women, no teeth. Yuck. No, you would have a laugh with Blue on a panel, Dobby. She's a funny chick. I know her. Oh, that's nice. I don't know. No, I don't have a panel. I don't know why you keep talking about a panel all the time. I don't have a panel. And I get kicked off TikTok within minutes. Within minutes, I'm reported and kicked off TikTok. And, yeah, non-stop reporting. Just report, just non-stop reporting. You don't have to actually even say anything. Just wearing a mask and I get reported. And then all the videos on the channel that have got a mask in them, they get reported. Muslims don't like me on TikTok, mate. Okay, you know what I mean? There's a lot of Lebanese Muslims on TikTok. Like 90% of it is on TikTok. So they don't like me at all, brother. At all, because of the masks, number one, and because of my attitude. Number two, my attitude. Yeah. They're really good at running down a Western woman, mate. They really are. They will sit in there, three of them together against one Western woman and just absolutely bag the shit out of her. But they'll never do that to a Muslima. They'll never talk to a Muslima the same way at all, ever. Never, not once. But any Western woman, open territory. You know, they'll embarrass her. They'll say all kinds of things about her. You know, and they all have a good laugh about it. And you got to laugh along, mate. Otherwise, they get you reported and get you banned. They really will get you banned. They'll get your whole channel taken down. Okay? Watching and in the background though. Hey Dave, is Dave here? Fucking have a read of these Sheila's fucking conversation, mate. Have a fucking read of that shit. You have no passive control over anything, love. Over fucking anything, you have no control over nothing. The only time you ever have any control, mate, is because a man knows what you're doing and he wants to shag you. And he knows the fucking games you're playing, but he wants to shag you. So he'll put up with whatever the fuck you're carrying on about in order to shag you. And then after that, mate, he tells you to go home. He tells you to have a shower and go home. You ain't got control over shit. Yeah, you got control. Thanks for the control, love. How's that doing for you? Let me just wipe your chin and send you home, okay? Yeah, these women, they think they've got passive control, normal control, total control. You ain't got any control, bitch. You ain't got fucking anything. You ain't got no control. Control of what? Your vibrator. Fucking 3 speeds of the fucking bit of plastic. That's the only fucking control you've got. That's it. That's the only control you've got, buddy. High, low, or maximum speed. These women, they think they got control. That's a joke, bro. Listen, man, a lot of men are like me. They just don't voice their opinion. They just don't say it. They're a complete wake-up to you. They're not blind to you. They're a complete and utter wake-up. You think that they don't know. Yeah, I'm here to tell you that they do know. I'm here to tell you that you're getting played for your own game. And as long as they're getting shagged, they're happy to play your stupid little game. But the minute they don't get shagged, the minute they don't get what they want, they're going to bail. They all bail, right? They don't hang around. They bail. So they'll play your stupid game as long as they get your toes in the air. Okay? That's it. Once the toes aren't in the air, love, and you've got your things, you know, that they need to do to make you happy, yeah, they don't hang around very long. We're not interested in living underneath a woman's thumb. Because that's all marriage is. Marriage to a man is living underneath a woman's thumb. Is making sure that the woman is all happy all the time and she's fine and her thoughts are fine and what she feels is fine and validated. And it's all about freaking her. And as soon as a man has had enough and put his foot down and says, listen, man, I've had enough of that, or she just doesn't give a shit about him and she even talks down about him to her friends. And then, and that's right in front of him. Like, they actually have enough balls, man, to do it in front of you. They're not shy at all. At all. And you women think that men are blind. You women think that men are stupid. Of course they're not, love. They're going to wait until they go home and absolutely smash it. Totally fucking smash it, right? That's if they get a chance to smash it, because that's your only real power, is withholding it. That's your power. You withhold it. You've got the magic kryptonite fucking snatch. And the minute you fucking withhold it, mate, it's like kryptonite to men. Okay? They just start to weaken. They start to weaken because they're not getting any of it, bro. They're not getting any of it, bro. But they're willing to put up with it. They're willing to keep you happy on the hope that they do get it. Okay? That's the people that are walking around you. Your husband, he doesn't think that way. And why should he? He's married to you. Out of all the women in the world, he's married to you. So why should he have all of this stuff before he gets any sugar pie? Why? Why does he have to placate and make sure you're fucking happy and you and you? And when you don't get your way, you withhold the biscuit. You withhold it, man. That guy becomes a monk. He becomes a monk. You're married to a monk. Okay? And that's why he doesn't say shit to you. He doesn't argue with you. He just agrees with you. All married men are yes men. They're yes men. I've been married twice. I fucking know it. I know it for a fact. You know, you can be strong. You can be a strong man, right? A strong man who's got his own shit together. He's got his own fucking mind, right? But the minute that you love a woman, you love her, okay? You've got to now keep her happy. So your entire life now is dominated by what the fuck she wants and thinks and feels and how. You've got to keep her happy the whole time. What you want is it doesn't come into the picture. You lose yourself trying to keep this person happy. You'll lose yourself in it. And you can't keep them happy. You know, once they've switched off, mate, they've switched off. Okay? And you're going to get the biscuit like I did once every 2 months. You know, and you got to actually complain. Like you got to fucking, mate, is there something wrong? No. Do you love me? Yeah, you're the best. I love you, all the rest of it. But there's no biscuit, bro. There's no, you know, you're a fucking monk. And because we've got such a feminized society now, men have no right to complain. Who do you think you are? You can't complain. You can't say, listen, man, I'm loyal. I love my wife. I'm completely 100% in, but I'm not getting anything back. No feedback at all. A magistrate, a fucking family law court lawyer will look at you and say, who do you think you are? How dare you to expect something back? Who do you think you are? She's not your slave. Suddenly she's a fucking slave, mate. Suddenly she's a slave, mate, because she's got to actually sleep with her husband. Like, seriously, I've had magistrates tell me, how do you expect your wife to sleep with you? How dare you? She's not your slave. That's a fucking magistrate. A magistrate. A fucking magistrate. I said, it's not the slave, it's my wife. I'm her slave. Hers. Like, she can ask me to do whatever and I do it. I'm hers. Well, why isn't it the same way? Why is it different? Why, you know? No, never perfect, man. I'm a man. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, man. I'm not perfect. No. Shit, no. I'm a man. I'm fallible, bro. But you know one thing I am, man? You know one thing I am? Is I am responsible for my words and actions. That's one thing I am. Can you say the same? Can a woman say the same? Is a woman responsible for her words and actions? And the answer is no, they're not. But a man is. A man is. That's the difference. You know, I'm responsible for my words and actions. I'm not the one that came home from work, mate, and I've been moved to the spare room, so fuck you. All right? I didn't do shit. My whole attitude changed. Yeah, you fucking right, it changed. I'm now sleeping in the spare fucking room. What do you think? I like that shit? Of course I'm not. You know, I've got, you know, like, fuck that dude. No thanks, mate. Some women will push and push and push and push, mate. And the minute you push back, it's your fault for everything. So no. But I am responsible for my words and actions. Absolutely. They know your limits, mate, and they'll push beyond it. They'll know it, and I swear to you, they will push beyond it. You know, I mean, 1 week you've been put into the spare room. You don't know what the fuck you did wrong. You don't know. Apparently, you know, I snored. You know, I snored, right? Really. So I wake up in the morning, this person is recording me on her phone. And I wake up and they play it. Look, see, you're snoring. Okay? So they actually record you. They'll record you to get their point across, to validate you being moved. You know, they'll validate, I no longer speak your language. I no longer speak your language. Who in the fuck gets together with somebody, marries them and all, goes through the whole thing and then says to you, I don't speak your language anymore? How do you think that person should react? Should that person now spend their eternity with this person in total silence and happiness? Fucking, you know, like, this is not what you signed up for. You know what's fucking wrong, mate, is when you are sold a package, when you're sold a fucking package, okay, and you think that's what you're going to get. You think that's what you're going to get, and you sign up for that. You fall in love with that. You think this is like buying a new car. You know, you go to the parking lot and it's a really nice car, and you know, you think you get all excited about it, rah rah. You sign up for it, you think, yeah, great, you take delivery of it, and it's an entirely different fucking car inside. It just looks the same. It just fucking looks the same. But the motor's been changed out, the fucking car seats have been fucking changed out, they're a different colour, everything has been fucking replaced, bro. And then they look at you and go, well, hey, you've signed the paper now, it's too late. It's too late, you've signed up. That's what it's about, that's what it's like. It's fucking horrible. And if you and mate, these women will leave you in a foreign country. What the fuck's wrong with these women? Like, you don't speak any of the language, you're in a foreign fucking country. And suddenly they don't want to fucking, you're out there on your own. Fucking, like, nah, man. Like, nah, dude, nah. That shit's not cool. That shit's not cool at all. So they push it and push it and push it, man. Oh, you can have sleepovers, that's fine, but sleepovers never are good enough for a woman, you know that. It's never good enough, especially if she lives at home with her parents. If she lives at home with her parents, yeah, she doesn't want sleepovers, she wants to move in. Okay? She wants to fucking move in. There is no sleepovers, bro. You're lucky to get rid of the chick. You'll be lucky to send the chick home. You'll be fucking lucky. You'll be lucky, man. If you've got your own shit and she's living at home, that's the first thing she's going to be thinking of, is moving in. Okay? Is there enough closet space? She doesn't care about anything else. Straight into your bedroom, straight look at the closet space. Is there enough closet space for her to bring her clothes over? It's pretty cool because, I mean, then the chicks, you know, like, they're really nice to you, actually. They're thankful. You know, the chicks when I was young, man, at least they cooked, at least they cleaned, at least when they came over they had a conversation, you could talk to them, the same as the chick that came over here, at least we're talking to them. I'd had a fucking gutful, though. It's me. It's me. It's, you know, it's me. It's not them, it's me. I'm a wake up to their questionnaires. That's all that's wrong with me, okay? I'm not blank to it. Like, I've had a lot of Sheilas ask me, do I want to get married and have kids? And it's basically every girlfriend. It's basically every girlfriend that I've ever had. So they all want, they get to that age and they want kids, rah, rah. Well, nowadays, at my age, these women have already had kids, okay? Like, their kids, just like mine, have grown up. And now they're asking me, at my age, do I want to have more children? And, like, I look at the woman and I think, what are you, like 40? Like, fucking, how old are you? Like 40 years old? Fucking, you know, can't we just fucking fuck and just have a good time and fucking have a laugh and a giggle and fuck some more? And fucking, you know, like, what's wrong with that? Like, why are we sitting here after just knowing each other a short amount of time and this woman is wanting fucking questions asked? There's no need for the questions. I didn't ask them. They did. So it kind of like blows me out. It blows me out as a man. I'm not interested in, you know, like, you should just let things happen naturally, right? No, mate, I've been put by pressure from the best. You know, like virgins, mate. You know what I mean? I've never been with men. That's what, you know, that's when I start to think about it a bit more. But no, other than that, I'm not interested. You know, I like my peace. I like my peace. And I think to myself, what would it be like if I got got with somebody, would my life be as peaceful as it is now? And it just wouldn't. It just wouldn't, man. So, but I do have conversations with them. I like talking to women and stuff like that. I like all that part of it. That part of it's good. The rest of it, though, I haven't thought about. I don't care. I haven't thought about it. It doesn't have a whole lot of power with me. Don't give them power, boys. Don't give them power. Once they get it, once they've got power in your life, it's a whole different ball game. Whatever life you had before that with them is going to change once that balance of power shifts, and suddenly you're living underneath her terms and what she wants and how she thinks, and it's all about her. And it's the most horrible existence for a man. It really is, because you're living like a monk and you're trying to placate this person that can never be placated, can never keep her happy. There's nothing that you could ever do. And once you do that and you find out then the goalpost will get moved. You know, it'll be something different, you know, that you need to do. And that's just to keep you on toe all the time, to keep power over you all the time. If they don't improve your life, why would you want someone around you? Like, honestly, if they don't bring anything to your life, just like they demand off us, you know, they demand this shit off us, mate. They demand it. They don't ask it. If you don't have it, they don't want a bar of you. So it's about time you had some standards and you had some fucking things in your mind where you're not gonna, you know, so hey, if the bitch ain't fucking got a job and she ain't got any money, then what the fuck do you need? What value is that? You know? They always say that to us. If you're rich, if you're poor, make sure that they've got paper, dude. Make sure they've got a job and a car, and make sure they've got their shit together beforehand. You know, why should it only apply to men? Drizzle, drizzle, boys. Drizzle, drizzle, brother. You better be awake to it, because if you're not, you're going to walk away empty-handed, and she's going to walk away with a complete set of fucking blueprints. Okay? So you better safeguard yourself and keep mind of yourself, but love the person you're with. Without a doubt, love the person you're with. If you're with somebody, you know, and they love you, then you love them back. You don't treat them badly. You don't treat them nasty. You're fucking nice to them, bro. Like, seriously, man, I was so fucking nice to this one. It does my head in, bro. At no time did I ever make any fucking demands. I never made any demands. And the only time there was any activity at all is when they wanted it, when they suggested it, because there's no good asking in between hand. You're not going to get anything. Okay, nothing. You'll be lucky if the person even talks to you. They'll just ignore you and keep walking. But there's that one time of the thing, you know, the day beforehand when they're feeling extra fertile or whatever it is, a little bit extra toey. You know, you get that one fucking chance, right? You get that one chance, buddy. Oh, God. I'm fine. I'm relaxed. I'm having a coffee and I'm pretty relaxed. I'm a little bit hungry. I am hungry. I am hungry. I've got some bread there. I can make some sandwiches. I haven't had anything to eat today. I've had no breakfast or whatever today. Just a couple of coffees. Da-da-da. They all watch my chat, Eric. They've made me change. They all watch. All my family, my kids, everybody, sisters, everybody. So I've got to watch what before I didn't watch. I didn't care. I didn't even think they fucking watched. It wasn't until later that I found out. But now that my daughters watch me, my eldest daughters. So I'm scared on how I present myself, if that makes sense to you. I can't be, you know, I mean, my kids call me up. You know, are you all right, Dad? Okay? You know, and all Dad has done is been idiot on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like I have to explain to my daughters. It's just your dad's. Well, it's all. Everything's cool. It's just a character or whatever. I was just overacting. Doing a Jim Carrey on it, and but I don't want my kids thinking that, and I don't want my ex-partners to look at it and go, see, I told you, see how crazy he is, see, I was right. So they justifies them in their mind on how they treated it, right, the whole situation. So I've got to be careful in that way. And also YouTube, the community guidelines have got a lot of rules now, and you can't be doing none of that stuff anymore. Like, you really can't. Like, you gotta watch what you say, how you say it, and everything else. It only takes one thing, man, and they'll kibosh the stream. It turns yellow. There's no ads, no monetization, no nothing. And I spent the time before the last stream. I got a $10 thing in my. That's it. It's like 80 cents an hour. Again, when have I ever said I hated women? You're such a fucking feral, that fuck. You're such a feral, and you're particular. You are what most women are. You really are. When have I ever said I hated women? Ever? Just once. When? You haven't got a single recording. And yet you'll sit there, you fucking rat. You'll sit there and you'll tell me that I shouldn't say this and I shouldn't say that, and emphasising all men and not men. And you'll sit there fucking calling me shit that ain't true in my own chat. You'll make up fucking lies, mate, to verify to justify your bullshit fucking mindset. And you don't do shit for me, lady. In case you haven't realised that, bitch, you don't do shit for me. You don't fucking like the stream. You don't send me a super chat. You don't send me anything through lorddobby.com for Gmail and fucking PayPal. And suddenly I owe you, do I? I owe you, do I? Like, that's a straight out lie. Show me once where I've ever said I hate women. Once. So it's a lie. Your whole statement is based on bullshit. And you want me to, placate to your fucking lady? You're lucky you're in my fucking chat. You don't seem to understand it, bitch. You're better off to shut the fuck up or you really are. You love coming in here running your mouth. Run your fucking mouth. Mm-hmm. Oh, you haven't proved anything, love. Prove shit. You're not for long, Dark Horse. They're here for my banter, mate. Here for my bit of entertainment. And when they're done, they're done. As I've said before, mate, they're not much value to have around you. All they do is give some fucking bullshit opinion and what they want and their demands, and they don't do shit for you as a man. They don't do anything for you, bro. They don't even do anything for the men that's in their own fucking life. You know what I mean? Like, they've got their own men in their life, mate. They would talk to them the same way they talk to me. And that person that's trying to shag her, that's in love with her, has to put up with her. Not me. I don't have to put up with her. He does. He's the one that's in love with her. And if not, they're alone with their cats, mate. They're alone with their cats. Yeah? And when that person complains, mate, it's all men. Remember that. When they complain, it's all men. When you complain, you're limited. You're limited. No, I've got to wait for this shit to cure up, man. It takes fucking ages, eh? There's nothing I can do about it. You see why this takes a while to make a freaking mask? This is 2 hours already now, and it still hasn't cured. It hasn't cured enough to move it anywhere. If you move it, all the hair will move. It's right in here that I'm worried about, the spot in there. That's what I'm not worried about it, just it's going to take a little while to cure up. So you want it stuck down like that, bro. Right along the top. See, all the extra latex comes out, mate. We've got no choice, bro. Just got to let it sit, I'm afraid. No choice in the matter. That's why it takes a while to do the hair. Alright, what time is it? It's only 2:16, mate. Fuck. What's going on here? Offer expires soon. eBay. It's a beautiful day in the neighbourhood, a beautiful day to be a neighbour. Won't you be mine, won't you be mine, won't you be my neighbour? Yeah, Bobo. They better fucking know their thing, man. I'm trying to be nice, to try and answer their questions nicely, but I don't owe them fucking shit. And as you notice, mate, that's how they talk to you. They talk to you like you owe them. You owe them an explanation. You owe them a fucking mate. No wonder they're single. No wonder they're single, brother. And don't forget, it's my fault. It's always the man's fault. Okay? It's always the man's fault, bro. It only has the power you give it, mate. It's here for your entertainment just as much as mine, bro. You get it? So, yeah, I can't say the things that you can say, mate, because I'm on live stream and I've got to keep it all like stum and all that, right? Because otherwise they call me abusive. The minute I say anything, mate, to shut me up, they call me abusive and I'm anti this and anti that, and it's all fucking bollocks, mate. You just can't have your opinion, and I'm not allowed to voice my opinion, which is a pretty opinion of a lot of men that keep their mouth closed, and I'm fucking sick of it. I really am, because I've lived it, bro. That's the thing, I've lived it, right? So it's not like I'm guessing, and I know for a fact just from the workplace. Just from the workplace, man, watching married men. These pricks aren't happy, mate. There's not many married men that are happy. Most of them live on eggshells. And, they're not taken care of, mate. They're very rarely loved. Most of them sleep alone. They've been booted out to the spare room or on the living room couch. And there is nothing worse, mate, than sitting across from the lunch room listening to a gigantic New Zealand man who is twice my size, who is an absolute, a really nice, genuine, bloke from what I can gather. And there's not a big problem in the marriage. There's no arguing or whatever. But yeah, he doesn't even get to stay in the same bed. He's eating takeaway noodles for dinner. He's eating cup of noodles for dinner. And he's been married 10 years or whatever. Okay? And he works night shift just like me. And he's never come with a cooked meal. He's never come with a cooked meal. He's eating a cup of noodles for dinner and grabbing a couple of hamburgers on the way home from McDonald's. Because they don't do that. They don't do it. They don't do it. Okay, but he while he's expecting those kind of, he's got to go to work every day. He's got to uphold whatever manly duties that he has got. But the woman, she gets a pass. She gets a pass. Okay, he tells me on his day off he's got to clean the house. His wife complains to him that she's done the clean for the week or whatever. She's had to clean for the week, so now you've got to now clean this or clean that. You've got to look after the children, she needs a break. She needs a break. You don't get a break. You don't get no break. Okay, so no, man. No, it's a totally different expectations. Expectations, is that the word? Yeah, I think that's the word. Expectations from man to woman, it's totally different. As far as the family watching and all of that, I don't really pay it any attention anymore. I've told my family, if you know what I said, I'm just an idiot on the computer. You can just block me. Don't have to anything I say. I'm an idiot, and you know, you don't have to listen to me, okay? And considering that you're family, you can easily call me, and you could ask me directly. Um, you know, the rest of it is just YouTube. The rest of it's YouTube. You know? Da, 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 da. Yeah, that was funny as fuck, wasn't it, Eric? It was funny as fuck. I remember the day everybody got banned. Yeah, I gave the hammer to Fast Boy Craig, but I knew that what Fast Boy Craig would do. I knew, man. I knew. You know, it's just funny as fuck. Everybody's slowly dropping off. Just fucking everybody's getting banned. Fucking everybody. And then suddenly it's just me and Fast Boy in the chat. And I said, mate, what the fuck's going on? He said, I don't know. Don't know. Got no idea. Got no idea what's going on. Fucking you look up his name and all the fuck everybody's been banned by him, mate. Fuck, that was hilarious that day. Yeah, I had a bit of fun. I had some fun back then. I had some fun, you know. But it never did anything for my life, Eric. It really damaged my life. It was fun on stream, but it was horrible off stream. Horrible. I mean, it was horrible for me. Horrible. If you think it was nice living in a fucking garage, mate, with nobody really in my corner, I had one person would buy me a meal, and that was the only food that I had for the entire fucking day. It was not a nice existence at all. You know, if you think it was nice, I need to go to the toilet, and I'm on live stream, and you turn the camera around and everything is in fucking darkness. You know, I don't have a key to my own fucking house because the key that I got doesn't work, and every single key that I've got from this person doesn't work. And they look at you like you're the fucking stupid one, like, really, it doesn't work? I wonder why. Like, fucking goes, gets another key, gives it to you. That don't fucking work either. And, you know, taking a dump out out on the garden, mate, that wasn't fun. It wasn't fun, brother. Let me tell you. You know, and the whole, you know, you can look through the windows and you can see them in bed. You know, they're just tippy on the phone, tappy on the phone. All the care was a fucking phone. That's it. They don't care about anything but the phone and whoever they're talking to on the phone. And then I ended up finding out who that is. They ended up contacting me and telling me it was complete balls for them because they thought they had a real big chance because the fairy tale was good. Women will fall for a fairy tale, mate. Just a storyline. Just a fucking storyline, bro. No reality. Just tippy-tappy. You know, I'm a multi-millionaire. I live in Queensland. I've got my own home, my own car. You know, we've got it all lined up, brother. We've got it all ready to fucking go. You know what I mean? You could be out there in the fucking cold taking a dump out in the yard, mate. It doesn't fucking matter, bro. We've got the tippy-tappy going on here. It's fucking looking pretty fucking good, right? That's what I'm telling you. You got to learn, boys. You got to fucking learn this shit, man. Because women will do that to you and they're not tell you a goddamn thing. And you'll be in some la-la land thinking everything is cool. And the whole time, mate, it's playing. The whole time it's playing. You know, it's sad, bro. You know, all the effort that gets put into that. Can you imagine all the effort and energy it takes to keep that bullshit running? And yet there's no energy for the actual problem. There's no energy for that at all. None. All negative. And the only positive that comes out of it is on the tippy-tappy with somebody else. That's all the positive they have. That's fucking sad, bro. That's fucking sad. That's sad, man. The garage was cold, Eric. Cold. It was cold, man. It aged me years. Like, literally aged me staying in there. The only thing good about that, Eric, was 8 o'clock in the morning was Echo come in the door. That's the only reason we stayed. It was the only reason that I hung out and went through everything in order to wake up and at least I could be Dad. At least I would see her. You know, it's emphasised even more when the woman actually tells you once you leave, that's it, you're never going to see your children again. And all women will do that to you, bro. All of them will. There's only a really small percentage that actually let you see your children, and you know, you can be a dad and that you move on. Both of you move on in life, and you know, a very small percentage. The rest of them, they just want to take your children, and you walk away. As the man, you walk away. You don't say anything to anybody. You don't talk to anybody. You've got it all inside you, and you have nobody to fucking talk to. Your family don't want to talk to you. They've already talked to you. They don't want to go over the same thing over and over. Okay, you could go and pay for a psychologist. A lot of men aren't going to do that. They're too proud. And so the rest of the time, why do you think we have such a high rate of, you know, everything for men? Like across the board. You know, alcoholism, drug use, suicide, everything is through the roof for men. But they don't care about you. They don't care about you, bro. Hello, Zeddy. Hey, man. Thanks. How you doing today? It's nice to see you, Zed. I hope you're well. I hope you're happy. Thanks for popping in. It's nice to see a member on the channel coming in the chat. I appreciate you. Thanks for being a member on the channel, Zeddy. You're the only one in the whole room that's a member of the channel, okay? So thank you very much for popping in. No, I just buried it, man. Yeah, I did. Like, yeah, I just buried it. Just put the dirt back on top of it. That's all. Just buried it. Nothing much. I didn't have any work this week. Work was freaking down, and the person went away today, I think, or last night or something like that. Yeah, yesterday, I suppose. Yesterday, Arvo. They went to visit their family for 2 days, so it's kind of like knocked me off for the whole week. I don't have anything because the client's gone for 2 days, visit family. So I was, yeah, I don't have anything happening this week. It's a dead week, bro. Fuck. It's a dead week. It's off Centrelink week. It's the off week. So I'm fucking right. It's a bit on the skid side, you know what I'm saying? So I thought I'd come on, try my luck. You never know, right? You never fucking know, right? So that's what I was thinking, you know. Plus I can make a video for my channel and hopefully it doesn't go yellow or red. A lot of my stuff is yellow and red now, which, you know, is no fun. Other than that, I'm okay, man. I just stay on the path. I try not to get too down, try not to think bad or whatever. There's nothing I can do about anything now. And it's just, it kills me, man. It kills me inside. I don't know how I'm trying to get over that hurdle part of it, you know. It helps me to come on here. Instead of going to a psychologist and paying $50, instead of going there, I come on YouTube. It's like the psychologist, mate. That's how I regard it. Yeah, good to see you too, Jason. I hope you're well, man. Hope you're happy and well. I don't know about cats, man. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, cats. People hold pets for their own self. Instead of letting them go and bubble. We're fucking talking about pets, are we? I'll leave you with that convo, but I don't know anything about pets. I don't have any pets. I had Choo Choo Cat. That's the only pet that I had, Choo Choo Cat. He was my favourite. And that's the only pet that I had. And then I had Ernie Dog. I had a pug dog. When I was young, I had a pug. That's the only 2 animals that I've had. I can't have animals here. It's against the lease, and I don't want no problems. I'm happy being here, so I don't want to ask the landlord anything, mate. All right, I'm sweet. Man, trying instead of finding I didn't even know if there is a $2.99. Is there a $2.99? Didn't even know, buddy. I didn't even know. Look, I didn't even know. I thought that was the only one that I could choose. I know that I chose the cheapest one. I didn't choose anything above that. I think you can change the membership price for the viewers. I'm not sure. I think I chose the cheapest option, mate, to be honest. I don't think there is a $2.99 fucking... I don't think there is that. But I'll have a look. I've got to go on the computer and have a look. Or I don't know if I can do it on the phone through YouTube Studios. I think I set that up on the computer. But I chose the most cheapest one that I had. But that's cool, man. It's all cool, dude. It's all cool. It's all cool. No stress, mate. I think we're going to have tough times ahead, mate. All of us. All of us are going to have some tough times ahead, mate. Okay? It's full, mate. It's full. There's plenty. Yeah, there's plenty. You know, I can release them, and then you know what'll happen, Zeddy. They just come back in again. You know, it's the same thing over and over. There's no point. They're not supporters of you, mate. They don't fucking like you. they don't do shit for you actually in real life, mate, but do you harm. A lot of those people it'll just rehash their whatever they've dislike they've got for me, and then they're back on the same path as they were when you banned them, which is I don't want that anymore. I really don't. I don't want the trolls that I had before. I've got to let all of that go, you know. They don't do anything good for you, Zed, and they can cause a lot of harm, a lot of harm in real life, and they can do it all anonymously. Well, they used to be able to do it anonymously and cause real problems in your life, but the laws have changed here. They have changed considerably, but I just don't want to bring it on myself. I don't even want to. They don't do anything for you, mate. I've learnt shit off TikTok, okay? I've learnt shit from TikTok, bro. Like the TikTok streamers don't put up with nothing. Nothing. If you don't support their channel and you don't support them, they ban you. There is no second chance. You are banned straight away. You're blocked. You know? I've got to have that kind of attitude. I really do. You know, if they don't, well, why would you want them around your channel and around you and around your life? And, they find out where you are, or they think they know where you are, or when you're walking down the street, they pull the same shit as they were doing 2 or 3 years ago. Membership starts at 90 cents. Really? I didn't even know. I'm not doing no fucking 90-cent membership. You can get fucked. You fuck all of you, man. I ain't doing no 99-cent fuck. What do you think you are at the fucking pet barn? What do you think this is? Discount breakfast hour? Fucking 99 cents. The fuck? That's fucking funny, man. 99 cents. No, I've never been to jail. Never. Never, mate. No. No, I'm not that silly. I'm not that silly, mate. Don't get me wrong at all, viewer. Don't get me wrong. You'll have stupid people around you. Sometime in your life, you'll have stupid people around you, and they'll try to get you to do something. Rah. We've all had that, okay? But it's up to you whether you listen to your voice inside you or you listen to them. Me, I listen to the voice inside me. Like, seriously, I'm listening to their little plan, Mate, I lasted 10 minutes and said, boys, do I look like a fucking burglar? Do I look like someone that's even awake at 4 o'clock in the morning? I mean, seriously, I am so fucking stoned by 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm crashed out, brother. I am no good to fucking anybody, okay? I have a bit of bifter. I have a bit of a fucking Stonehenge. Mate, I'm crashed out at 4 o'clock in the morning. I sure as fuck ain't crawling through no fucking window. Mate, I'm going to be a walking fucking zombie, mate. Do you honestly, like I said to the blokes, did you honestly see me doing what you're saying? Like, honestly? Like, fuck, well, we thought we'd ask for your help, rah. Mate, before we go on any further, before you say anything, I'm out of here. I'm going to bounce. I'm going to bounce. I don't know anything about what you're doing other than what you've asked me. I don't know anything about your plans, so there's no way I could do you any harm. But I'm not. I don't want to be part of the convo. Okay, I'm out of here, and I left. Those two idiots, they went through it. They broke into a computer shop. They break into this new computer shop. Hasn't got any anti-burglar shit on the windows or whatever. I don't know. They broke into a fucking window or whatever. They steal a whole bunch of computers, laptops, desktops, a whole bunch of fucking shit. About a week later, they knock on my door. I've forgotten about it. I swear to God, forgotten about it, okay? I didn't think they'd actually do it, I really didn't. But anyway, in they come. They've got a couple of laptops and with them. And like the guy puts them on the table and he says, we've got the laptops, beautiful. We didn't get the cords. I just looked at the guy like, so you've got a paperweight. That's it. You haven't got a computer. You've got a paperweight, okay? You've got nothing of any value. Whatever you've got is valueless without the cords. And you've got to have the original cords, not no market fucking cord. So what do these idiots do? They call up another computer shop. They call up a different computer shop. And they order the cords through the computer shop for all the different fucking computers that they've knocked, right? Mate, this is how much of an idiots they are. Because it's all on computer. So within 24 hours, they got fucking done, got raided. I don't know what happened after that. I don't actually know what happened after that. But I heard they got busted. But both of them are really wealthy. They come from really wealthy families. So I imagine they would have got the good lawyer and stuff like that. But after that, I wasn't friends with them. They didn't have me as friend anymore. Okay? I wasn't on their I wasn't on their party list, so to speak. Okay? Because, they told me about it. I just started laughing. I really did. Because it's just such a fucking idiot mistake to make. It really is. Oh, we panicked. We wanted to get out of there. But you walked out with nothing, mate, but paperweight, and you called the computer shop. I just shook my head. Get this shit out of here. Get it out of my apartment. Get it out of here. I don't want it anywhere near me. I wiped the fucking thing over, so there's no fingerprints on there. Get the fuck out of here, man. Go and put that in the car, and I don't know anything about it, okay? Get it out of my house. Get it out of my apartment. Once I realised what was going on, because they offered me one for nothing. Do you want one of these? Because I don't have one. And that's when I found out what was going on. And I said, no, mate, I don't want one of this. I don't want this. Get the fuck out. You haven't even got a cord. Why haven't you got a cord, mate? Who knocks a computer and doesn't take the cord, bro? He said, well, I thought we could get it afterwards. I said, why wouldn't you get it while it's there? It's plugged in. You just fucking unplug it and it's done. Why wouldn't you, take the extra couple of minutes just to grab the things? Anyway, the thing was that you'll have opportunities. And what I tell you is, because what I was thinking about at the table, what their description was, well, that's fucking burglary, and that's theft. Fucking, what else? What other charges do you want? Look, fucking, it was a break and enter. It's breaking and entering, right? And then it's theft. Fucking, well, I'm adding the charges up, mate, as I'm sitting there listening to this shit. I'm adding the charges up. And I'm like, I'm not doing fucking 5 years. I'm not doing, because I'm broke. And a broke man in court loses. Okay? They lose. And if you've got legal aid and they've got a highly paid lawyer, I can guarantee you're going to get done for the lot. You're going to get done for the lot. They're going to walk away because they're going to make a little deal. Okay? And because you're on the legal aid, she's going to agree to whatever the fuck they say. So you're going to go down for the lot. It'll be your fucking plan, your thing. You did this, you did that. They were innocent. You know what I mean? Like, these cunts will fucking betray you, bro. Be careful who you call mate. Be careful who you call mates. Because mates will set you up in order for them to walk away free. They'll set you up. So that's why I always say to you, you have acquaintances. You have acquaintances. It's rare you got a friend. You'll have people doing a lot of talky talk. They have a lot of talky talk. But when it comes down to it, yeah, it's all fake. It's all empty. There's nothing there. There's nothing of actual substance there. When you actually call up or you're actually expecting them to keep their end of the bargain, yeah, you'll soon be let down, brother. Okay? Nothing is special. I've never said it's special. I've never said it's special, ever. What is it with you people? You come into my chat, you create shit that I don't even say, and then you want me to make a comment on it. I never said it was special, ever. It's never fucking special. Okay? And if it ever becomes special to you, that could all go in the napkin and all go in the bin. And there is nothing special after that. There's nothing, because their power has been taken from them. And that's their power. Their power is that you want to shag them when it comes down to it. There's nothing else. I don't care what anyone fucking says. Okay, if you're not attracted to the person, then whatever comes along with it that won't matter to you at all, because you don't actually want to be with them. It's the same with them. But they're able to pretend. They're able to pretend, brother. They're really good at pretending. They're fucking good at it, mate. They're professional. I mean, there's the ones that I've met, mate. Yes, sir. You're going to what?
And the dust going your way.
What's that?
Going to blow lifts.
Oh, okay. I'll close the door.
Can you shut the
Yeah,
door?
yeah. No problem. Thank you, sir.
Sorry, but
No. It's all good, all good. All good. Yeah, I didn't say anything like that, man. Fuck. I didn't say that. That's what you think. That's what it says, though. What is so special about the biscuit that I should put it on the shelf? That's what it says. So, no, he's doing his blowing work or something like that. Hasn't biscuit in 7 or 8 years. Let me have a think. Yeah, about that. Fuck, you know me, hey. You know me too fucking well, mate. Who is this? What is it? Helder. Helder just chilling, mate. She fucking knows when the Dobby's walking around like a monk, mate. She's counting the years, brother. She's thinking to herself, all those fucking extra juices, mate, are just fucking lingering around everywhere for the last 7 or 8 years. He's got a fucking man cave of fucking. It's just sitting there, brother. It's by the bucket. You can fucking by the bucket load, brother. It's like a bucket load. It is in there. Fuck it. Yeah, it's about right. Yeah, it's about right. And at the time you're supposed to be married, and you can even go back to before that, before even in the house and shit, dude. You're looking at 2 months, 3 months, something like that. So you know, you get the occasional fucking, you know, what I used to do? I used to call them the something shag, you know, like you have to do it, you know, that word, you know, like you have to do something. It's that shag. It's not freely. It's not loving. It's not. You know, I look at the watch. Oh, it's been a couple of months. I better get some. I better get some that way to keep them all sweet, right? Yeah, it's that. It's that one. It's horrible. It's the worst kind of sex that you could ever possibly have. It's that mercy one. You know, that mercy one that's thrown at you every couple of months just to keep you sweet, keep you fucking paying the bills, keep you online, you know, keep you in the promised land. And then it's completely guarded after that. Completely guarded. Absolutely fucking shields out guarded. Okay? And it's generally before it fucks off for fucking 2 months. Like, it's going on holiday, brother. So you get a little bit of a fucking taste, brother. But that's about fucking it, man. That's it, mate. Okay? It's to celebrate fucking going away. It's getting rid of you, getting rid of me, all right? Oh, I'm a terrible man, terrible to be with in a relationship. How dare I expect the things that a man would normally expect, you know, while you are yourself while you are doing everything you can to not be that way. to not be that way. Like who wants to live like that? Like if you're with somebody, man, you can't even give them a kiss without them turning their face, or you can't hug them. They've never hugged you. They've never come towards you giving you a kiss. You've always tried to lean in and, if they're dropping your hand as you walk along the road, like they won't even hold your hand, then you're with the wrong person. If they need to walk 5 feet in front of you or behind you, because they just need a bit of distance, you haven't done anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. You're only just discovering it. Hang on a minute. Why are they walking that far ahead of me? Why is that? In fact, you're so baffled, you take pictures of it. You take pictures of it and put it on your Facebook. Why are they walking like this? Why is it that this is it? This is the only way. And why is it that I'm walking along and they refuse to even come anywhere? You can't even hold their hand. If you're with that kind of person, you're with the wrong person. Okay? You're not with the person that loves you. They don't love you. Love is just words. I love you. That's it. That's just fucking words, mate. They don't mean shit, mate, if the person doesn't actually show any kind of love to you or compassion to you or anything like that. If they're actually nasty to you. And they're nasty to you to get a reaction out of you. And then as soon as you react to it, they can blame you and say, look, this is how you are. This is how you act, rah, rah. They don't even think about what drove you to that. They don't think about that at all. It's because you reacted to it. And you can only take so much. As a man, you can only take so much, man. You'll just put your foot down. Like I tried putting my foot down several times, I've just had enough of this, That is correct, Eric, yeah. Well, there's no good investing in you haven't, and you got an opinion on shit you don't know anything about. That's no good. You'll learn in life to keep your mouth fucking closed until you know what the hell's going on, and then you have an opinion. But you shouldn't be having any think about anything unless you know what the hell's what's what. The biscuit is their power over you. That's their power. It's the only power they have over you. Okay, it's not anything else. It's because you love them and you want to be with them, and you've got all of this. Like, what do you think that you want to hold their hand? Like, seriously, man, it's because you're actually attracted to them. You want to sleep with them, rah rah. And if you're not with somebody that's the same way, then you are really wasting your years. You are wasting your years, and I don't want you to waste your years like I did. Except you've got a kid. Except if you've got a kid, then you've got to do whatever. Try and keep your family unit together. That'll be your highest priority as a man. And once she gets the whiff of that, your life is going to become even more horrible, because now she knows that you're going to put up with whatever it takes in order to stay. When she has told you straight to your face, women will tell you straight to your face, once you leave, you're not seeing your children. That'll be, you're not seeing your children again if you leave. Like, they will tell you straight to your face. Okay, so don't, how is a man supposed to react after that? What are you expecting him to react? How are you expecting him to react? It's so weird how you can say these kind of things to antagonize and to get a reaction, and the minute you get a reaction out of it, you blame him. It's his fault. It's just weird. I learned to keep my mouth closed. I learned to shut F up. That's how I learned. And I didn't realize it until I went and got like doctor's help, psychology tested and all of that. That's when I learnt that about that, because I didn't know about it. I didn't understand it. And it's not until I went to the doctor and the psychologist, and she explained to me, you see, that this is what they do. They antagonize or say something to you in order to get a reaction out of you, and then they can blame you for whatever is going wrong in the whatever. They can blame you for it. They can hold you responsible for it. And the whole time, they're the ones that are setting it up. They're the ones that are throwing the one-liners at you. They're the ones that are... And if you take it and you don't say anything, then they throw more at you to get a reaction out of you. Your life comes even fucking worse. Which is where I was. It just got worse and worse every day. Fuck. It just, every single day there was just something to, and I'm in a garage being ignored 24 hours a day, doesn't want to fucking bar me, but every day it's got a complaint. Every fucking day there is something to complain about. There's nothing to be happy about. Nothing at all. Nothing. But there's plenty to be unhappy about. And you know, that's another point, gentlemen, is that they hang on to this shit for fucking months. Literally. Months. They will hang on to this same fucking argument and they'll bring it up and bring it up and bring it up. They never get over it. They never move on. They never fucking, we just move on, right? No, they don't. They hang on to that shit. They hang on to it. It's horrible. It's not a... Gentlemen, you're better off to be alone. Unless you've got kids with them, you know, and or she's really nice to you, don't get me wrong, you know, like we've got a 20% of the population that are really nice, 20%. 80% is a divorce rate. It's a divorce rate pending. That's what it is. That's the statistic. 80% divorce rate initiated by women. They can sit in here and complain all they want. And they can say to us that we need to do this and we need to say that and we need to behave this way, this, that and the other. 80% divorce rate initiated by them. Them, not us. By them. So basically you're fighting against a brick wall. You're fighting against a brick wall. Okay, you're fighting against somebody who is planning their exit. They're planning it. As they're causing arguments with you, they're blaming you for everything and planning their exit. How do I get out of this with everything? They don't want to leave with their clothing or break up with you in whatever. They want the maximum return. They want everything. That's what's wrong about it. Okay, that is fucking wrong about it. Because you, like me, are going to have possessions that had nothing to do with them. It's, you know, like these fucking women, mate, they actually think that your life began when you met them. Before that, you didn't exist. It's only after they've come along that you actually exist now. Okay, so anything you bring along to the household, or anything that they come into, like they walk into your home and they see all your stuff, in their mind, that's their stuff. That's her picture. That's her lounge. And that's how she looks at it. She doesn't look at it as your house. She looks at it as her house. Hers. Okay? And then the plan sets in. Mine planned. Yours, no. Yours is the best girl in the world, never does anything like that. You are the best woman in the world. You will never do that because you're special and you would never do that. And I've never done that and I would never do that. Yeah, fucking bullshit. Bullshit. Okay? Like, mate, I have never met a woman ever. Never met a woman ever that has anything good to say about any of her exes. And she's got a few. There's not just one. There's a fucking dozen. There's a dozen of them. And every single one of them are all abusive and they're all this and they're all that and they're the most terrible men in the world. Every single one of them. Okay? It's always the man. It's always the man. It's never the woman. And I've proved it, boys. I've gone through their court system, mate. I've done their magistrates. I've done their family law court. And I can honestly tell you, I spent my entire time on the back foot to accusations, to fake videos, to just accuse with no evidence needed. And when they're proven wrong, nothing is mentioned. Just move on to the next accusation. And that's all they were fucking good at, is just accuse. Okay? So, no. Yeah, it's a good old biscuit, mate. Okay, the good old biscuit, mate. You know, fuck, man. You know, like goddamn, you marry someone you really want to. You know, you're attracted to. You marry them. You're loyal to them, and you can't sleep with them. Like, how fucking ridiculous is that? How stupid is that? How utterly ridiculous, okay, that you're not even allowed to kiss the person, you're not allowed to touch him, you're not allowed to sleep with them, you're not allowed to fucking do anything but pay the bills, keep your mouth closed, don't have a fucking opinion, and if you do, make sure it agrees to what the other side is saying, or keep your mouth closed, because you might upset her. That's what I learnt in the men's behaviour course. I swear to God on the Bible. It will teach you that you're not allowed to say anything to her unless you have pre-thought about it and she's going to agree to it. Because otherwise you might hurt her feelings. Yep. You've got to before you ask her. And if she has a different opinion, that's it. You've got to do whatever her opinion is, whatever it is. Okay, this is a men's behaviour course, not a woman's behaviour course. She can do whatever the fuck she likes. You have got rules to obey. Okay? And that's how the magistrate looks at it. That's how the court system looks at it. So when you go to court, you've automatically got these rules on you that you don't know about, these expectations that you don't know about. And you're walking in there with a totally different thing, and they don't care about that. Okay, how dare you talk about a woman? How dare you expect to sleep with her? How dare you expect, seriously, how dare you expect to have a relationship with her? This is the eyes of the law. You better understand where you stand, gentlemen, because this is the eyes of the real world. Yeah? That is why when a woman accuses you of whatever, you're arrested. No proof needed. You are arrested. And then they find out if it's true or not. Then they do their investigating. But your ass is arrested. You get it? You are guilty until you are proven innocent. You've got to prove your innocence, or you are guilty, brother. Did you question the dude teaching? You can't question, Jason, you can't question anything. You'll get kicked out. It's a zero tolerance. So if you give the wrong answer, you'll be removed from the whole course. They'll make you start again. Because and you'll be reminded over and over and over, this is a men's behaviour course, not a woman's behaviour course. So whatever expectations you came in the door with, it's the opposite. It's the opposite. And in the men's behaviour course, you don't say nothing until they ask you a question. And you better make sure that it's exactly the way they want you to hear it. I got removed out of the course. I was week 18. Week 18. And that's when they did that computer thing with the kid, the picture, the deal with the teenager. You're not allowed to play a game until you've done your homework. And then, a few pictures down, the mother has said, oh no, he can do his homework later. He can play the game now and do his homework later, which is the opposite of what the father has said to the child the day before. Now, because it's the woman, who do you think's got the rights here? What do you think they teach in this course? Remember, you're the man of the house, right? You're nothing. You're nothing. You are fucking that. Because the minute that she opens up her mouth, you've got to do exactly what she says. She said that the kid could play the game. You're not allowed to mention it otherwise. I said, my answer was, well, he already said to his dad that he was going to do the homework. I got removed out of the course. These cunts will phone you at work while you're at work, and they demand that you stop work to talk to them because you're not going to go to the course tonight. You are to turn up next week, and week 1. I'm week 18. This cunt had me in fucking tears, viewer, at work, in fucking tears, threatening to kick me out of the course and restart me again
because you are not learning you're responsible for your words and actions. You are, not her. This is a men's behaviour course, not a woman's behaviour course. So, that is when you'll learn. That is when I learned that it's not just, it is entrenched. It's entrenched in our courtrooms. It's entrenched in our magistrates. In our family law court, it's even fucking worse. You have no rights in the family law court. None. None. Absolutely none. None. You got to get it in your head. You could spend $100,000 and it ain't going to do you no good at all. You're just going to spend your $100,000. And when you've done that, they're going to get rid of you. They will completely wipe you. And you'll never see your kids. It's set up that way. It's not set up for you to see your children, brother. It's set up for you to have your children poisoned against you. Your ex will poison your children against you, bro. They all do it. I don't want to hear any excuses. It's very freaking rare, even a really small percentage that actually are grown up enough to everybody just moves on. You can get remarried. He gets remarried, but he still picks his child up, takes his child for the fall, whatever it is, and brings his child back. There's no arguing. There's no nothing, because you are doing it for the benefit of the child. That's why. But nowadays, they want to move on free and hold. They want to be able to get the new boyfriend in, get the new stepdad in, get him fucking married up and get him paying for the mortgage. They want to be free, but they want to own everything. They want to walk out with everything, and you're not allowed to get nothing out of them. Me, I was lucky because I took her to fucking court. I'm not doing this shit. I'm not playing your game. Okay, we're going to court. All right. It all changed. I was smooth as shit, dudes. I didn't want to go to court. I swear to God in the Bible, I didn't want to go to court. When this person turned around and said to me, you're never going to see your children, you'll never see her again. That's it for you. You're never going to see her again. What choice does a man have? What choice? No choice. So then I've got to go to the lawyer. I've got to tell him, rah. He's going straight for it, man, because he knows he's going to get the payment straight out of it. Now it's all, the house and the car and selling it all and rah. It's horrible. Whereas they just want free reign. They want you to be totally heartbroken and missing the poo and being heartbroken about poo. Okay, they want you living in your car, a bed and house and the land and the car and the bank account, got it all happy, all whole, completely whole. That's how they want it. And they want you completely broken as they get rid of you. Don't ever think they're any different, boys, because they're all the fucking same. All of them are. It's all nicey nice while there, but once it comes down to it and it comes down to the paper, they will wipe you. They will do any harm they can to you. Like right now, they accuse you, they just accuse you of just fucking bullshit. Just lie. They're women. They've got no fear of repercussion, mate. If you lie, oh my God, like the full weight of the law will come down on you because you just will. But a woman can accuse you all day long, no proof. When you spend the time to prove they're wrong, because that's what the court will make you do. There's no accountability. The paper is just put onto the side, and straight away we're dealing with new accusations. New accusations. They've just appeared out of the air. Fucking. And that's all they do, the gentlemen, okay? Arm's length the whole time. Wake up to the red flags. Wake up. Because you're going to end up heartbroken. You're going to end up completely heartbroken, completely broke. A lot of men have nobody. They have nobody. Okay? They deal with this all alone. And they have nobody to talk to even. And you wonder why they end up drunks, or you wonder why they end up on the DRUGSs, mate. It's to forget. Forget the pain. Forget it. You can't. You can't, man. You can't forget. It's impossible. So before you go laying your seed out everywhere, understand the game you're playing. Understand the game that you're going to play. because that's a lot of us are playing that game without knowing the rules, without knowing anything about the game. And all of us get played. There's a lot of men out there that get played because they don't see the flags, they don't see the thing, mate. All the little things add up. And they give themselves away, gentlemen. That's why I warn you. Whatever Sheila you're with, she gives herself away. All you got to do is let her talk, let her ask her questions, and let her fucking get the information that she wants from you. And if you don't see those flags, then there's something wrong with you. There's nothing that I can do for you, okay? Because you're blank to it, or you ignore it. A lot of men, I ignored it during my marriage. I ignored it just to keep the peace, just to keep it sweet. I haven't shagged the person in a fucking month and a half, many near me, but in order for it not to escalate or not to get more of a this, just agree to everything. Just agree. It's a lot easier, you know. Ignore the comments. I don't know if yours probably doesn't do that, but mine was, you know, so up herself and so full of herself that she would make comments in front of you, and you're supposed to just ignore it because you're stupid. I'm stupid. I'm just a dumb Aussie who doesn't understand rah rah. I'm just a lot smarter than him. You know, that's how they picture themselves. So, over % of men's suicides due to, mate, it's all after family law court, Dwayne. It's all after family law court. Thank you for bringing that point up. It's very rare. It's before family law court that the man has done any harm to himself. I don't know the exact percentages, but they are on Google. All you got to do is ask that same question, put it into Google, okay? And Google will tell you. I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to make up things. But it's all after family law court. You'll be stunned what it is after family law court, because they put you through the whole ringer. They really put you through the ringer as a man, you know. They can accuse you of whatever the fuck they want. And it's horrible to deal with month after month after month. And you finally get your day in court. You get to court, you think this is, I'm something, please, right? You're in there for no more than 10 minutes. And family report. 5 months is up. I've waited every fucking day for 5 months. I get into court. Within minutes, I'm adjourned for 7 months. Within minutes. My lawyer, totally quiet, doesn't say a single word. Judge has adjourned it now for 7 months. So that's 12 months of just adjournment, just there alone, just those 2 court appearances. So they're of no value to you as a man, or daughter wanting to see you, or you seeing her, or no, they don't enforce the order. They don't demand that she does anything. They actually say in open court, we can't force her to obey the court order, Mr. Barker. They say that in court. You have just got done telling her that there are no repercussions for not obeying the court order. So don't bother obeying it. Don't bother. You don't need to. There's nothing that we can do to enforce it, okay? But you, Mr. Barker, make sure you've got your paperwork all done before you come into the courtroom. Because if you don't have this paperwork that we're asking, you're not allowed to turn up to court. You're not allowed to go to court. That's the difference. You see, I've got to go and she's accused you, right? So now you've got to go away and prove her wrong, right? So you've got to bring that paperwork to court. Prove that you've proved her wrong, okay? If you don't do that, your case can't go forward. That's how they really screw you up, bro. Because there's no way out of it. You've got to do it. You've got to do the thing they ask you to do in the court order. And there's going to be plenty for you, boy. But it's not some men, it's not some men that do the abuse or do this, that, and the other. It's all men. All men do it. All men need to go through these tests. They all need to have the men's behaviour course, anger management course, drug and alcohol course, parenting after separation course. They need to go and do all this because men are really lacking. And that's all men, not just some. Every single man that goes through that family law court has got to do these particular courses. And any other course that she can think of. She can make you do every single course that is listed on the table, mate. Everything. Everything. Okay? They don't have to do anything. They've got parenting courses to do and, whatever. They don't have to do anything. Not a single thing do they have to do. They can just ignore it, okay? But you have to do all the courses, all parenting, whatever's on the fucking go, mate. You've got to do it all, okay? And you've got to complete it all. You can't just do it and fail. You've got to complete the entire shebang, mate. If you get a fail, well then, you've got to restart again and do it all again. And at your expense too, at the man's expense. Your lawyer can't do anything. You don't listen to their fairy tale in the office. It's all bullshit. Everything the lawyer is telling you is a fucking lie. The minute they get into court, they are going to be fucking quiet. It doesn't matter how loud they are or what storyline they've got for you in the office. They're going to tell you a whole bunch of fucking stuff, mate, and lawyers are fucking useless. Mate, listen to this, bro. I had a lawyer in the fucking city. I live in Frankston, mate. Call me in from the city, It's very important you come into this meeting, You've been accused of some very serious accusations and we need to get you onto this right now, right? So I go all the way into the thing. The lawyer hands me 3 pages of this TikTok videos and all of this, but just the headlines, just the title. I've turned around and said, have you got the actual videos? Because the accusations are serious, but where's the evidence? Have you got the videos? Oh, no, they're too disgusting. I said, but you don't have the videos. She said, yeah, they're disgusting and I'm not watching them. I said, but how do you know they're disgusting? How do you know? You haven't watched them. I said, and also you're supposed to be my lawyer. You're looking out for my interest, right? You're looking out for my interest, right? Why wouldn't you look at the film or look at these videos to see what's in them before you even call me? So you've basically called me to the office today based on headlines on a piece of paper with no videos, no proof, no nothing. This was my lawyer. You get it? And I'm the client. And I'm sitting there going, you're not doing anything for me and my daughter. You got me in here answering to accusations that you haven't even got in. You have no chance in court. None. You have none. You have 0.000% chance of court. None. So don't waste your money. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your mindset or you're getting hurt, because it's a very hurtful thing, mate. All of this. It's not, and you never get to see your child. That's the most important thing. That's why you're there, and you never get to see. I never got to see her. I never got even to talk to her. And they're saying, oh, you yelled, 7 years ago, and yet you've got contact reports for your child. You've seen your child after that, and you've got contact reports for it. Yeah, they don't count. In nowhere does it say in there that she doesn't want to see you, doesn't want to know you. She's actually daddy this and daddy that and daddy this, right? But they don't. They just put that down on the counter because it doesn't suit their fucking storyline that you're an abuser and that you're a bad guy. So they don't even read those reports. Those reports get put onto the side. And we're totally trusting in the opinion and feelings and, we're going to go with that instead. They don't even rely on proof, mate. That's what I'm saying. And that family law court lawyer, what's really hurtful, the judge. When you first go to court as a man, the judge will say to you, I know that your daughter loves you. I can remember her words, mate, word to word. That's fucking sick, mate. I still have nightmares about it. That I can remember the judge's words, all these years later. I know that your daughter loves you and that you love your daughter, but I need you to go away and do these things for the court to prove to the court how much you love your daughter. I need you to prove to the court. That's what the judge said to me. I need you to prove to the court. So you do everything you can, whatever they ask you to do. And I spent 4 years. 4 years. And at the end of the day, they look at you, they looked at me, and this is God's honour. They looked at me and said to me, well, we can't force her to obey the court order, Mr. Barker. What are you expecting us to do? That's how my case ended.
I swear to God, that's how she got custody. You know, what are you expecting us to do? We can't force her to obey it. So, you know, she's better off to have the full custody and they can have a happy life together and move on. That's their fucking end result for 4 years. And they did that behind closed doors, not in the courtroom. They did that between the judge and her lawyer will get together and they'll go in the back room and be talk, and they'll make a deal between themselves. Got nothing to do with you. So in the end, you're not even in the conversation, mate. You're going to go through all of it, what you're going to go through like I did, and you're not even in the convo. When it comes down to it, you're not even in the convo. That's bad, man. That's fucking so bad. That is just so bad. It really is. You know, years later, like me, it'll make you laugh. It'll make you laugh, mate. Okay? It'll make you just laugh because you had no chance. At no time did you have any chance. All of this is just to drain your resources. If you're wanting to know why, then, right, to drain your resources, boys, to drain whatever resources they think you have, or you might have, okay? But because I had a job at the time, remember that I had a full-time job when I was doing all of that, and I was paying for everything out of my pocket. Remember that? But then I went broke. I went totally broke, mate, and ended up losing my job. My mind was fucking all over the place. I mean, damn, I had to leave work, once for 2 hours and then another time for another 2 hours, so 4 hours a week. I lost 4 hours a week of pay going to these, because they're all at night time. They do it at night time, 6 o'clock till 8:30 or 5:30 till 7:30 or some shit like that. You know, it's always those odd hours. So you've got to leave work a little bit earlier to get there, because you're not allowed to be late, of course. Just get some fresh air, mate. I've got to wait for that shit to cure. And I've got no cigarettes. Got no smokos, mate. No cigarettes. I've got no nothing, bro. Internet's paid for, though. That's why I thought I'd waste my time on here with you bikes a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of like a TV show, isn't it, mate? A TV reality show. All I know is, mate, it's not what I signed up for. I can honestly tell you that. That is not why I thought I would have. It's just not. I didn't think that would go that way. It did. And yeah. So it's a warning for all, brother. It's a warning for all. He's got the right of way, boss. Little boy on his bike, mate. Little boy on his bike. There's nothing like being a dad, mate. Being a dad was the greatest thing that I ever did in my entire fucking life, mate, was having children. Until up to that time, I didn't know what I wanted in life, mate. I honestly didn't. All I was doing is chasing paper. I had plenty of tail around me. I had plenty of girlfriends around me. Never even thought about it. They wanted to marry me when I was really young, and I said no. I waited until I was like 35. I broke up with my long-time girlfriend. I've been with her for 4 years, I think. That's another thing that I've never told you guys. I've always had a long-standing thing, mate. Now, none of my girls were like a month or whatever, mate. They were years, you know, like seriously. 1 year, 2 years, 4 years, 3.5 years. Because I enjoyed their company. We had fun together. We had conversations together, you know. I was a jovial person, happy person, talkative person. You know, that's why that's how I pulled her in the first place. Fucking, you know, I wasn't this quiet, you know, horrible, you know, indrawn person, mate, you know. Like, I was really good at talking to people. I've always been that way. So I never had a problem meeting Sheilas, mate. And it's only this last adventure that I had, it really changed me. Like, it really, really changed me, like, inside, you know, and then going through the processes, going through the court processes, that really fucking fucked with my head, because it was really horrible to deal with every single, like, what was it, every 3 months I'm in court? Every 3 months for 4 years. You know, like, that shit's nothing to look forward to, let me tell you. You know, so don't go through any of it, man. It's not worth it. You know, and don't disobey a court order. If you get an AVO or whatever, just obey it, will you? Because, I mean, it's just not worth, you know, they'll make a phone call on you, man. They'll be the first ones to put you into jail, okay? Well, being a dad is so overrated. Well, coming from someone that doesn't have any kids, mate, that lives at home with mum and dad, you know, why would anybody listen to you? You don't have any kids, bro. You don't have any kids. So why would anybody listen to what you say? You know what I'm saying? For me, mate, being a dad was great. I loved being a dad. Like, I love, you know, I never had a problem being a dad. You know, I don't care what I'm doing, man. I would just drop everything and go and be dad. I go and be dad. I'm glad to go to the park. I'm glad to play chases. I don't have a problem playing hide and seek. I don't have a problem being dad. You know, cooking, cleaning, bath time, story time, pajama time. I don't have a problem with that. You know, I was very happy to spend my days with Echo. I spent every day with Echo, bro, from 8 o'clock in the morning onwards, every day. Never had a complaint, ever. You know, when the mother came to visit, bro, it's like a fight between me and mum. Who's going to take care of Echo? I swear to God. It's like not an argument, you know, but both of us are wanting the job. Both of us don't have a problem doing the job, you know. Yeah, it's a real pleasure to be a dad, bro. There's nothing like being a dad. Do I feel sorry for myself? No, mate. I don't feel sorry for myself. Reality. Just reality, bro. That's all. Just reality. I feel I feel robbed. I feel robbed is what I feel. You know, robbed as a man, robbed as a father, just robbed, mate. You know, like, fuck. You know, I don't get to be a husband. I don't get to be a father. You know, I just feel robbed. I feel like so much energy is spent, pardon me, in the negative. There's so much energy what was spent in the negative, mate, and nothing in the positive. Like, it was just all negative, you know? And I explained it one way, is like, say you're a real positive person, okay? And you're real, you know, you're a positive person, you know, you try and think positively, right? And you meet someone who's a negative, okay? And they don't bring a whole lot of positive to your life. They're mainly negative, like they're down, that droopy face all the time. They wear, you know, they like, seriously, they're doing their best so that, you know, it's negative, okay? And what happens is, because you're positive, they're negative, they draw out your energy. They draw that kindness out of you. They draw that niceness out of you. They draw the complacency, and they draw out the ignoring that you give them. You know, when they say something to you, you don't react. Well, that takes energy. And all of that is fucking positive energy, because you're trying not to think negatively about the person. You're trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. You're trying to see something that's good in them that ain't there. It's just not there. So over time, what do you think happens to your energy? What do you think happens to it? It gets drained out of you, dudes. It gets drained out of you and sucked out of you, but not in the proper way. But it gets totally drained out of you, and you get drained, bro. And when you've just got a negative energy drawing on you all the time and sucking out the positivity out of you, then you will become the negative. You'll become what they are. You know, a stone, you know, uncaring, selfish person. You know, you'll become the same as them. And you don't want to be with someone like that, boys. You don't want to be with someone like that, okay? Honestly. You know, when I was in China walking around, I used to, because I'm wondering what the fuck's going on. Like, I really am. Like, you know, like, I used to put a lot of thought into it, you know? And I was looking around in China as I'm walking along on my own. And remember, I've only just signed on the paperwork 2, 3, 4 days ago. I've still got another 20 days in the fucking country. So I've got to keep everyone sweet because I've got nowhere to go and I don't speak the language. And I'm staying with them at the moment. You know, that's where I'm staying. So I'm trying to keep it all fucking sweet, right? But I'm looking around and I'm looking at other couples because it's made me think about it, right? So I'm looking around and watching other couples and how they react and what she's like with him and he's like with her. I don't see any bitches walking 5 feet in front of him. I don't see any bitches fucking ignoring their boyfriend. I don't see any bitches fucking like talking nasty to them or just looking at them in a certain way. You know, like I see bitches holding their husband or their boyfriend. I see these women walking along, hugging them, kissing them, holding their hands, showing affection. That's what I see. So then I started to really twig. You know, oh fuck! Yesterday I'm the flavour of the week, and today no flavour, none. Okay, none at all, none. And that's why it doesn't love you, Chad. That doesn't love you. Okay, it's all words, but it has no meaning behind it. Because here you are, when you try and even whatever, that's what happens to you. But look, here is the real, because this person says to you, oh no, that's normal. That's how we are here. That's, you know, we don't do that in open, you know, we don't show affection, rah, rah. And you'll look around and every fucking couple, that's not happening, okay? And you'll point it out to her, oh no, they've been together, they just got together, right? She'll just fucking make up some bullshit excuse. And that's all it is. It's a bullshit excuse. Okay? So don't, you know, you got to be aware of this shit, guys. All right? Anyway, lorddobbyking@gmail.com is my PayPal. Fucking help a bloke out, will you? Fucking hell. You know? Anyway, that's my things for the day. That's my little bit of a helter-skelter. Because we all want love. All of us do. We all want love, boys. All of us do. And it's a real shame, man. You'll get to my age, there are so many men like me. There are just so many men like me. I'm not the only one. You know, like it's not rare. You know, it's so much now that there's a percentage on it now. That's how much it is now. So no, man, enjoy their time. Just don't be afraid to play the game. Just understand the rules. Understand the board game. Understand what the fuck's going on in reality. But don't let it hang on too much. I've got no chance because I'm a public figure. And, you know, they hear me talk and they think, well, they can't get it over. That's what it's all about, getting it over. That's what it's about, okay? If I was blind to this shit like I was 6 years ago, look what they had. Look how much they had it over me. Look at it. Look how much they had it over me. You know, I was still trying to work this shit out. I didn't know. But after you work it out, you're certainly not going to put up with any of their one-liners they come up with, dudes. They come up with some brilliant one-liners, you know. And their entrapment, you don't have to do any of that. I didn't have to get married, dude. I could have just done whatever I wanted to do and leave. Fuck. I didn't have to do this. I did it because I wanted to, right? I wanted to have a chance, rah, rah. I was willing to take the chance. But when we got back over here, it was like all of those people at the market because she started talking to them. And it's like they were running it down. They were running us down, running the whole thing down. You know, you're only with him a certain amount of time, rah, rah. Like, they told the person that. They told them that. Far out. Oh, God. Yeah, well, like, yeah, I didn't want to see him. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That is correct. Like most men, I didn't want to see them. I didn't want to believe them. I wanted to, you know, ignore them and hope that that wasn't right and hope that I can turn it around, hope that the person sees, you know, something in me or whatever. And that is correct, Eric. I ignored it, just like a lot of other men do. I ignore it. And it's my job to, like, awaken them so they don't ignore it. And if they do ignore it, to make sure you've got an exit plan. Okay? Play their game, do the ignoring, rah, rah, but have an exit plan. You know, put some money aside. Put 50 a week aside when you get together with a woman or you marry a woman. You know, put 50 or $100, whatever you can afford that they won't know about, and you put it on the side, mate, okay? And keep it in cash and somewhere where they don't know about. And just every single week you do that, and, you know, when they're finished with you in 5 or 6 years' time, at least you've got something that you'll have on as a backdrop. Because remember, they want every dime. They want every single dime that's ever been produced in that household. They want it all, okay? The only thing that saved me a little bit is, you know, we did what we did, bro, on eBay. You know, I was lucky. Other than that, I would have got screwed, mate, big time. Big time. Just get a packet of smokes, bro. Yeah, we all don't want to see the warning signs, bro. Once you marry them, mate, a man is committed. He's committed to the relationship, okay? He's married. He's not like a woman. You know, a woman can sign the piece of paper, tell you how much she loves and wants to be with you, and be planning her exit the whole time. A man will sit there and say, I love you, and I'll be with you forever, and he actually means it. That's the difference, okay? I mean, no offence or anything, but it's very hard to make a woman keep to a deal, to an arrangement or whatever, because their feelings change. And once their feelings change, well, everything changes, doesn't it? The whole deal changes once their feelings change. Run out of power. Yeah, I'm running out of power, boys. Sorry about that. Yep, that one, yep. And $30, please. So I've got some kind of money in the wallet.
Ciao,
You too, sir.
and happy afternoon. Thank you.
Have a good day. Wait any time. The only reason I waited, viewer, is because I had echo. You know, I had echo, mate, okay? And I am not leaving my child. I do not care what this fucking person wants or her demands are. You stay with your children as long as you can. You stay with them, okay? You go through whatever it is this person is throwing at you because you want to be with your children. You know, everything was overridden, mate. 8 o'clock in the morning when Echo opened the door up at the garage. You know, I woke up in the morning and I could take care of my daughter. So that's why. Otherwise, you would not put up with her. You'd be out of there, bro. You would have thrown her out of the house, or you would have left the house. It probably wouldn't have happened, mate, to be honest. But the only reason you would put up with it like I did is because you got kids. Okay? That's the only reason. Okay? Your want of being a father will override whatever situation is being thrown at you. And it's not nice to live out there, mate. It's very fucking cold, okay? But I did that because I wanted to wake up in the morning and be a dad. That's the only reason, I swear to God. It wasn't for any other reason at all. I mean, this, you know, it's certainly not because you're thinking you're going to get back with her or whatever, bro. Because the person hasn't touched you in fucking months and months and months. So, and the last time they offered, I knocked it back. I said, no, you're right. Thanks very much. All good, you know. I knocked it back, brother. So, I kind of forgot. I kind of regret that. Man. Fuck. I really, you know, it sucked, man. I actually knocked it back. Yeah. And that's when it all really hit the fan. Okay? That's when it all really hit the fan. When you're no longer at the beck and call. You're not doing every whim that they are expecting you to do. That's when it will really screw up. Sorry, man. I was doing too much talking it before at the apartment. I never had it charged. I've only got a little bit left of power. Anyway, you guys have a good day. Thanks for spending a few hours with me. I appreciate you. I'll try and come on again another time. No. I don't have a car. I never got any of that, Bobo. I never got any of that, brother. I never got any of that at all. I was under such suspicious things, Brad. I really was. Because like I would call up when it's overseas, when my wife is overseas, and I'd because she's disappeared for 3 days, left my baby with the mum and taken off. So I said, well, where is she? I don't know. Have you got a contact number? No. Her phone is turned off. So they're allowed to disappear for fucking days on end, mate, in China. They're allowed just to fuck off. So I never trusted it. I never fucking trusted it after that, mate, at all. You know, as a husband, I'm asking the person, where were you? Where did you go? Nowhere. What did you do? Nothing. Well, why did you go there? Oh, it was just to say hello, you know, just, well, what did you do? Nothing. Like, fucking, mate, never got an answer. I never got a single fucking answer. Okay, so, no, they seem to think that I'm some kind of fucking real schmuck, you know, and yeah, so no. I always had a feeling it had something going on over there, okay? And over here, no, okay? I mean, that person, they wanted, these women are so fucking evil, bro, that they'll actually say to you, look, I want to live in another country, and I'll come and see you during the school holidays, and you have to stay here and pay the mortgage and the council rates, and we'll come here and visit you on the school holiday. And that's supposed to be your wife? What, are you kidding me? Come on, dudes, you got to wake up to this shit. You got to wake up to these red flags. You know, like it's gone from a 1 week holiday when we first met, 1 week holiday, then it's a 1 month holiday, the next visit was a 1 month, and then the next visit after that was 6 weeks, and then the next visit after that is we're going to live there. We're going to live there and just come over and see you during the school holiday. Like, they don't fucking love you, man. You better wake up. Like, you better wake up. You know, I thought to myself, I'll be fucked if I'm going to sit here on my own for fucking the entire time paying this fucking house off that you keep telling me is your house. It's your house, not mine. Nothing to do with me. I own this. It's all mine. It's all mine. It's all mine. But they want you to pay the mortgage on it and pay the council rates on it and everything else. They don't want to give you any biscuit, bro. There's no biscuit. There's no fucking biscuit, bro. Yeah, no biscuit for you, okay? No fucking biscuit for you, bro. Like that. No, I'm gonna go and drop off this packet of smokes, man, to the old man. That's what I'm doing. I'm dropping off. That was the call. That was the message I got. Can you drop over a packet of smokes? So that's why I looked at the time and I thought, well, at the time it was only 3 o'clock or whatever. So now I've got to sit here waiting for the fucking bus. I think it comes in 20 minutes, 4 o'clock or something like that. Yeah, I think it comes in 20 minutes or something. So there's nothing I can do about it, man, okay? Sorry about that. I have been on for a little while, man, in nearly 4 hours. I'll jump off it when it gets to 4. Yeah, have a beautiful day, mate. Have a good day, eh? Stay happy and well always. You know, live life if you can, bros. Live life if you can. Find someone that's, you know, compatible with you and stick it out with them. We don't, as men, we don't just give up. We don't just give up, mate, and make a exit plan. Okay? You know, we don't deal that way. So, you know, live if you can, mate. Love with the person you're with, and hopefully they love you and they haven't got an exit plan while you're at work. All right? @gmail.com, my PayPal. If you wanted to chuck me a chocolate milk, I'd appreciate it. Other than that, have a good day. No problem, no worries. It's a beautiful day in the neighbourhood, a beautiful day to be a neighbour. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbour? Yeah, happy the best for you too, man. No worries. Thanks for turning up to the chat. I appreciate you, bros. I really do. I don't really get a whole lot of people in here anymore, and my views are no good, and my streams go all yellow. They're not much value, mate, to the entire world. They all think I'm fucking crazy and shit, but hey, that's just how life is. Anyway, yeah, take care, boys, all right? Take care. We'll see each other again one day. I'm pretty sure of that. I'll go and drop these smokes off to the bloke and then head on home and finish the mask and try and find something to eat for dinner, mate. You know, that's my next highlight here is have a shower. I haven't even had a shower today, and I'll get some dinner happening, mate. We're getting a little bit hungry, dude. We haven't eaten today. Anyway, take care. Have a good day, eh? And give us a like if you haven't liked the comment. Chuck us a comment on the stream if you can, or on the channel itself. Give us a couple of likes. It helps the algorithm. They're going to get rid of channels like me soon. They're going to get rid of us, okay? We're going to get completely kiboshed, mate, from YouTube, okay? So anyway, thanks for turning up. See you later, boys.